We have some kind of synopsis because it's been a while now.
Yeah, it's been a second.
It's been a second.
Yeah.
Blair was getting
A
a
very
shit
long
kicked
second.
No, I
Yeah.
escaped from getting my shit kicked in. I remember escaping.
Yeah, I think,
from getting my
like-
shit
Oh
kicked in.
yeah,
my
we were
part-
separated from you, and you were
Yeah.
like followed by some kind of.
I was getting chased by
Yeah, getting
everything.
chased
and
by
then,
them
like,
all.
I-
Yeah, but you also had like a nice coffee with like the world famous
Yeah, but-
assassin.
Yeah, with like
Yeah.
a hyper famous assassin, and we just had nice.
And you did that Takehiko and gave him all the information you could possibly think
See,
of.
as far as I'm concerned, he's just a nice guy who offered me tea.
Yeah. Also, he gave you like directions to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Not suspicious at all, and you were
Yeah.
going to do that, I suppose.
This time I'm hiding in like a warehouse so I could train.
Oh, you are you? That's good. So
No, don't say it like that. You make my life worse.
Yeah, no, you've done it now.
you realize that is literally my job here, right?
Yeah, but like
Oh,
you
yeah,
have the
you're right.
opportunity to try and be nicer.
And then we wanted to find out where Blair was. Hilda did
You know
a
that
spell,
we
and it
have a
was
majority of problems we caused ourselves.
Look, I have caused no issue. I've done nothing wrong. The law lies.
Okay, wait. There was a spell, you say?
yeah. Hilda did a spell to find Blair, and it was all
Yeah.
weird and melty. And
Oh,
shit.
yeah. Yeah,
None-
because like
none of it was
somewhere
great.
around there.
And there was a black void next to her, which was weird.
But
Mhm.
Yeah.
didn't I do the thing where I can find her? But we haven't rested yet, so.
No, because you didn't know that there was any crime she was committing specifically.
Well, she's already committed crimes.
She is a crime. Blair is
Yeah.
taking
I mean,
away
as
her
long as she's
powers.
not, and I mean, it doesn't go away. If she's committed a crime once, that's enough.
I mean, that is actually fair. Like,
And then I
let's do
totally
specific-
dunked on Flavia.
I mean, that's definitely one way of.
I think we did pretty good. We opened up business opportunity.
Yeah. We all got commission jobs we can come back to whenever we want when we're done with adventuring.
Mm-hmm.
Or whenever we have time.
But yeah, at some point before your next rest, you need to spend a power die also. Yeah, I don't think you did it, but I like you would be able to.
Yeah.
She has definitely committed crimes. So yeah, okay, so that we know what
Crimes
Blair was
against
up to.
fashion. Can you be a fashion angel?
Yeah.
Of course you
Oh
can.
man, it was like, yeah, this is fashion sense is horrible.
I don't think
You're
I don't
under
think
arrest.
what are the name, like the noble one,
The refined?
the refined. Yeah, I don't think you can be an angel for the refined.
No, but I mean, you can be like an angel below and just say that.
Yeah, the act of dressing really badly is punishment.
yeah, definitely.
Gotta get a better jacket, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, the act of trying to get in my club
Yeah.
with trainers on is punishable by ejection from this mortal coil.
I am forcefully ejected from throne. Okay, so that establishes kind of what Blair was up to. She was on like a road trip with Madra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And Madge is the most useless fucking coin
No.
collector. Because all she could do is sing a fucking funeral dirge last 14
Yeah,
days.
but she got you 2 money. It's more money.
Yeah, and I had to give it away so I wasn't murdered.
Yeah, but that's 2 money more she's earned than you.
I'm gonna have to do more neat tricks with my swords. And just imagine just be there.
That's what money.
Like
I
my
want to
stage
find.
assistant.
Yeah. So Hilda, Ironstar, and Indigo. What are you guys up to?
Yeah, we were out going to find Hilda, I think was the plan, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna go
We
find
like
her.
headed in the general direction.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think
exactly.
we also grabbed like one of the guild members of that weird guild, and they told us like
yeah,
around
we should-
the wives. Yeah,
Indigo
like,
chopped his hand off for no fucking reason and just
No.
went like, yeah, go do this.
I was cutting out the middleman.
yeah, and then the leader came about, and then we are like, yeah.
Like,
Please
like,
don't.
like, I could have gone, I'm going to chop your hand off, mate, if you don't tell us where our friend is, and he wouldn't have believed me.
Instead, you went.
you
So I,
made
just,
it
I
back.
just cut that bit out and just did it. And then that made Flavia, she owes us, so.
worst.
I don't
What
think
she
it works like that,
does?
though.
She does owe us. She was like, "Oh yeah, you chopped my guy's hand off, so now we're even." I'm like, "Yeah, but I gave him back, and you didn't give me my friend back." So still uneven here. And she's like, "Oh, I suppose that's right."
That's definitely how I remember it. Yes.
She went, "I suppose that's right. My boys will
In-
not hinder you."
The Indigo's colorful fairy tale world. That's exactly what
I
went
mean,
down.
yeah, you did. Like, she gave you an emblem, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Of her.
Yeah,
of
the
her
blue
authority.
and white vigilante emblem.
Yeah.
So you can go, "Oi, don't say up yours copper anymore."
Yeah. Also, abuse it at your own peril was basically the deal.
Yeah, but they're gonna try and murder you anyway when you go to your court case. So, fuck them.
Oh well, I invite that with open arms because that just gives me reason to murder them all.
Yeah, like let's take down the vigilante. God, I hate him.
So is that
No,
the
I'm
plan?
going there to talk. I'm gonna be civil.
Is that the plan for today? You're gonna go mess up the vigilantes guild?
But no, talking with them.
Find Blair and then go to
And
the
then we'll see what
vigilante.
happens.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then let's
progress might
attend
arise
court,
by
I
then.
guess.
Yeah.
Fool's court, justice court, whatever you want to call it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so in that case,
I don't think we should kill them all. I think we should get them to get murdered by the magic lady. Because if she absorbs all of their shittiness, she'll be way easier to beat.
I don't think it works like that.
That's how it works.
You guys don't know shit. Do we know it doesn't work like that?
Well, I mean, yeah, maybe you can make like a spell or something to make that work like that.
I think we should hang out in our extra dimensional space for like 2,000 years until she dies
Oh,
of hunger.
but
Oh, and
what
then-
if it, so like when she's eaten everyone on throne? You mean?
Yeah.
And then it'll be just us three, because Blair will also be dead by then.
Ah, Blair's fine. She won't die.
No,
In
you
1,000 years?
Yeah, in 2,000 years you'll have grown old and died.
No, it's fine. I'll find a way.
No human has ever.
I'll cut death. I'll be such a good swordsman. Death will be like I can. Not even me.
Okay, yeah, you can believe that. We can wait 100 years and see if it tracks to, you know.
Yeah.
That's like a coin flip for us, like amount of time.
So there's definitely an AU where we just do that, right? We just go and sit in the house and we wait. But let's play the one where we do things instead for now.
Yeah.
I like that.
We might jump over. We might jump over to a house game later.
Did you actually craft it already, or do we have to rest first and then you can craft it?
No, I crafted last time when we rested, right? Or wait,
I think you did, yes.
Yeah,
If not,
So-
I don't know that it's that big of a deal.
yeah. I have the key. I only need a frame, some kind of door-like object thing,
Yeah.
and I use the key, and we can go inside.
Nice.
You just draw a fucking.
Yeah, you can just draw a door with
Yeah.
salt.
I need a door frame, or portal-like structure.
Yeah.
Alright.
Which, those are aplenty in
There's
Yeah.
windows. There's manholes.
Yeah.
I could probably.
Iron Star can do the bridge.
Yeah. We can punch holes in things until they look like
Yeah.
doors,
Yeah. Or people.
or people until they look like doors.
And I can also name a location which I have visited and open a door from the house to that real door in the rough vicinity of that
Oh
location.
wow.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah. It's a.
We don't have to take the train ever again.
How precise it
As
is,
long-
and
as
where
long
you
as it-
open
As long as
open
it was
that door. Yeah, and then it's how precise and where is up to the GM.
Well,
Yeah, so
I
if
can't
we-
see anything bad happening ever from that
Yeah.
distribution.
Yeah,
Where are we? Is this the kitchen?
I mean, look,
Yeah.
it's always gonna be like that cupboard in Medina Village.
We just exit out of the oven. In like the kitchen of a restaurant.
God damn.
No, but I think what happens is we rejoin our brave adventurers.
Bickering.
Yeah, I mean they're probably bickering actually as they're walking down a street that's unfamiliar to them but familiar to us. It's where Blair escaped the carriage last time.
Oh,
You
okay.
made your way there because you got that like address from Flavia. Like that was the last that she had heard, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
find your way there, and it's a street. It's a bit less run down than the ones you've been frequenting recently, but it's an Ashtown street, covered in ash as per usual, full of like people of every sort and shape, from every corner of the multiverse. Noise deafening.
Doise is
Noise,
deafening.
Toy?
yeah, noise referencing. No, noise deafening, and like sights and smells overwhelming. So just a normal day in Throne.
Smell all that good food? Mm.
I mean, good. It's a matter of
Yeah.
definition.
Gammel mat.
Master Indigo, do you even eat?
Yeah,
Why do you cook when you don't really need to eat?
it's fun and I'm good at it.
Oh,
It would be a crime.
how do
It
you
would
eat
hold
without
this
the
skill
mouth?
Just put it in my hole.
Oh, okay.
Just shove him down the neck.
Just accept that's truth as well. Like, yeah, alright.
Yeah, it'd be a crime to deny the world this gift. Looks at hands.
On one street, you hear, and it's like it doesn't stand out that much from the usual bustle of Throne Street, but it stands out enough that you notice it, where you hear like an outcry and the sound of people chanting. And you can see, looking down the side street, that like there seems to be like a ripple in the crowd, basically, where people are moving like differently, and there seems to be something in the way that people are moving around.
The fuck? Let's investigate that. shit.
Yeah, let's investigate this. Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds like someone's disturbing the peace to me.
So heading over there, what you find is two circles of people. It's a circle maybe like 6 or 7 steps, like in diameter, and it's one circle of people in robes facing outwards, and around them there's this circle of just like people, just random street people on the street facing inwards, and a lot of them are like kneeling or like huddle over, and you can see like tears streaming down the faces of a lot of them.
The fuck?
Inside of the circle, you see some of the like robed people are like moving inside of the circle, and they're drawing like with chalk. They're drawing symbols on the ground, and some of them are like tearing up the cobbles, and it looks like they've started to like construct something.
What is this?
Build it and he will come.
I mean, I know what this is, but this is weird.
I'll grab a random dude and be like, do the police thing, like, yeah, how is it over here?
Yeah.
What's going on here? Like,
And I believe you have the thing where like your power always works or something at this point, right? Like the wield the old law.
if I show them my mark,
Yeah. And I think this person would just like not put up a struggle in any case. And you grab one of the people who are like crying and wailing, because there's also like just random onlookers, right?
yeah,
And people passing in the street. So would you grab like an onlooker, or would you grab one of the
one of the guys that's actually doing the work.
so one of the people in robes?
Yeah.
Okay. So you walk up to the circle and you grab one of the people in the robes, and so they look at you, and you can see that they're wearing like an iron mask, with like a face carved into it. Pretty like a calm face, and then like, please, leave us to our work.
My eyes narrow.
Yeah.
Is this guy guilty of something?
Well, roll me the thing. Right? Gathering
Prize
power.
secrets.
Prize secrets.
What is prize secrets actually? What do I
I
roll?
think it's mind. Let's see.
I think it's mine. Yeah.
Yeah, it's mine.
Yeah, it's mind.
Oh, right, so just a normal roll. Then. 5. So
Okay. So you gotta ask a question, and I can tell you the truth or not.
yeah,
As I see.
is this person guilty of breaking the law?
Let's see. And the laws for you are breaking
Disturbing
the
the
peace,
peace.
disturbing the peace,
Trespassing
trespassing,
and killing the innocents.
being innocent. Yeah. Let's see. I mean, yeah. I mean, they're obviously like holding up traffic here. They're definitely disturbing the peace, right?
Yeah. So then,
Ask them what they're doing. What is the work they're doing?
yeah, like what are you? What's going on here? What are you constructing?
The robot figure says that there has been an event here. This place has become a place of power. It must be properly sanctified.
Oh, all right then. Carry on. I mean,
Why is everybody crying?
And looks around, says, "Well, we're not sure, actually, but we think that's part of the event."
wait, what? They don't know, but they're still doing it.
Do you ask?
Why are people so weird? Like, why are you working here if you don't know what the end result is? Are you forced?
He says, "Well, it is our duty, of course."
Your duty.
Yes.
You're not enslaved or anything.
Says, "Well, in the ultimate sense, I suppose we are all slaves to the will of God."
All right, then sure, fine.
What does this god
Smart,
look like?
We are the chosen of Isabel.
Well, last I checked, the gods were dead. Like,
Chosen of Isabel. Well, ding ding, motherfucker.
She's so bad.
these guys are heathens.
Says the gods. The gods' physical forms may be dead, but they are still with us. Their will lingers in all that is, such as in this place, and it is
Yeah.
our duty to properly preserve and sanctify these places where the gods leave their mark on the world again.
Yeah, all right, Mr. Exposition.
So I guess what you're trying to do is build like a temple of some sort, a shrine.
He nods.
Who the heck is Isabel?
Also, did he have to build it like in the middle of the street?
And he shrugs and it's like, it's not for our to choose where the gods leave their marks.
Damn it.
What's the mark Isabel left here? Is it the fact that everyone's crying, or
Says, well, from what we've been told, there was a messenger. They came with a message of great sorrow.
all right?
Sadly, when we came here, they had already gone. But the power
She had
lingers.
not actually seen this god. just hearsay, no proof.
Sweeps a hand to the crying people and is like, oh, it's obvious.
Well, people cry all the time,
Yeah, I mean,
especially humans, for no
Yeah.
reason whatsoever.
It's, I'm afraid that the ways of the gods are difficult for the unenlightened to understand.
agreed.
Which is why you shouldn't do this.
I'll ask like some of
Looks like an
the
enlightened man talking to me.
I'll ask some of the crying people why they're crying.
One of them, the first one you ask, just goes like, I don't know.
Damn.
He just started crying all of a sudden.
Yeah, and he starts like babbling, just like incoherent phrases, of which just to you just like sounds like just like references to things that he remembers that are sad in his life, basically.
Uh-huh.
It's like, that time that I did the thing and it was so sad. And, Mother!
Is this some sort of weird curse?
Can you try to snap them out of it? Like, for example, with a bolster move or something like that?
I mean, I think just an overcome, since you're not in combat.
Yeah.
But like, what do you do?
So like, just
Grab
slap
him.
some of them and like, stop this sniveling in the middle of the road. Move aside.
Okay, so I think that would be probably a plus heat roll then, like strength of will.
Alright.
Alright.
Eight.
Alright.
10.
10, look at that. Yeah, so you grab, like one of them is just like, get yourself together, man!
Yeah.
And-
I mean, you can still cry, but it doesn't.
Yeah. And so when you grab, she's like, I'm sorry, it's just, who are you? What do you want?
I'm Iron Star. And I'm the law around here.
I mean, I haven't done anything bad, have I?
He'll be the judge of that.
Well, yeah, that's what she's asking.
Well, you're a sinner. Standing in the street, disturbing the peace. You must repent.
It's just, it was the woman. She came.
What do you
with
call
What, a woman?
Yes, she sang a song.
What
But
did she
yay
look
big?
like?
What do you pick?
Yeah. Yeah, like
How yay?
This yay.
Blair gay.
Yeah, Blair yay.
Blair is like a measurement now.
No. Maybe it was the one she was with.
Red
What's
hair,
about that?
very stupid.
And she
Oh.
nods and it's like, yeah, that
So what did the
Yeah,
one?
stupid,
What
yeah.
did the other one look like then?
She's well. She. Yeah, actually, like it's been like 8 sessions since actually described Madra, but she definitely
Yeah.
describes Madra. Like,
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, but we should be able to remember how she looks, right?
Hilda.
Hey,
Have these people been ensorcelled? Cursed?
certainly seem to be affected by something.
Well, if Madra was the one singing and we're dealing with a lady that can just disappear and reappear at will, probably something.
Could that be what made your
Unnatural.
spell go weird?
Perhaps.
Well, she could be very well versed.
In
Yeah.
interference? I mean, she does want to hide from that.
Different forms of sorcery.
So, like, place a hand on the shoulder of the crying woman and be like, "Where did they go?"
and she like looks at you and blinks, and like big like giblet tears start welling up in her eyes,
Oh,
and
God
she's
damn it.
like, even as she's like just trying to talk, and she's like, I didn't see. It was so beautiful. Like, I couldn't. I'm sorry.
Elder, have you got a jar?
A jar.
Yeah. Give me a jar.
He just wants the tears.
Yeah.
I got a door.
Are human tears like
No,
taste
I
or
don't-
whatever?
I don't need a door that's a jar. I need a jar.
I do not have a jar.
Storage pot, anything?
Nope.
Ugh.
It's all taken by reagents.
Yeah, you're gonna get you some more.
I already got
We established that you've run out of reagents, right? Or no, you're right.
Yeah.
You got new
So,
ones.
so
Yeah.
human tears is a reagent.
Yeah, right, you got new ones.
Of course, yeah.
all weird shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fill up. I've probably got a flask or something on me.
Yeah, that makes
I'll
sense.
fill that up with some tears.
Okay.
That's weird, but okay.
Well, we can either study it for the magic, or probably good soup stock.
Oh. Oh, you're the master, so I mean,
Exactly.
I'm not gonna. I've literally never eaten in my life, so.
Yeah. when you like hold the flask of the tears up and you look through it, like the image of the street, like seen through the flask, like I mean it's clear, but there's something to it. Like there's a slight shift in the colors and like a warp in how things move. It looks really like dour and sad.
Yeah, I'll go. Hey, look at this.
Let me check it. I'm gonna do a dread sorcery roll.
Okay. So what do you do?
I'm gonna bind. I'm gonna get a shade.
Okay,
From the
but
round?
like, what's the physical action that you take to like do your sorcery?
Yeah. So it's it's like opening the book
Mhm.
and like this chanting a few words. It's sort of like the last time she did this,
Yeah.
where it's like a tendril like sort of flits back and forth from the book and then like nabs into like almost like it's like it goes it's almost like if you reach your hand through something, but it's like it's not, you can't see why it goes down. It's like faces out and it comes back with like this dark shadow like being,
Yeah.
which is the shade.
Yeah. So roll
Let's see if
anything.
Nine.
9. So yeah, your art is successful, but
But
exposed to harm, you can't speak that particular art again, or you take a
I
minus one on
I can't speak that particular art again.
Okay, so no more binding
Try again.
shades. So, bind shade. You pull a shade, or a creature from the void into contact with you.
Yeah.
Enough to speak with it. It could be a specific person or generic. It's bound to answer one question truthfully, then the connection dissipates if it so wishes. Okay, and then you have the strengthened binding also.
Yeah, so I could bind it to something if I
Yeah.
wanted to.
Okay.
Could turn it into a horse.
But I need material around too, so.
Yeah. Okay, but so you're like wispy like tendril of smoke reaches through the veil, whatever, and just grabs onto something and pulls back, and drawn out in front of you is
Mhm.
the like translucent like blackish outline of a man in maybe his mid 50s or early 60s, wearing nobleman's clothes, like this
Mhm.
really opulent kind of like robe, like several layers of it. There's this really tall hat with a bunch of like little bells and charms tied to it. This tiny little goatee.
Mm.
And yeah, you've pulled through, looking around, eyes like wide, mouth open.
Okay.
This is like, her. Yes.
Something happened to the street. What happened? What affected it?
It's, like touches his face with his little shadowy hands, and like
Mhm.
touches his arms and something. Like he's kind of like touching himself, like arm, and then like in the middle of his like chest, and then his cheek again, and he's doing that. It's like there was a call. I heard the call. It called to me. I came here.
Hmm.
Such a beautiful call. But then it was gone. It was gone too soon. It's too soon gone. The call. It's still calling. It won't stop. It won't stop speaking in my mind. I can hear it. I can still hear it. It won't go quiet.
Well,
The
I
queen.
think
Yes,
we
the
got-
queen. The queen. She called. She called out. But she's quiet now. But she's still singing, still calling. Why won't it stop? Why can I still hear it?
well,
Grabs onto the front of your dress with like wispy shadow hands. It gets up close to your face. And it's like, why won't it stop? Why won't it stop? Please make it stop!
well, like, well, and then he looks to like Indigo with a like, do something.
You're the mage. Why don't you do it?
What do you want?
I don't know.
Guy.
You don't know?
It's been called by some form of something that for Madra did.
Sever the link with one of your spells.
Well, and like Hilda snapped book closed, so the tendril disappears, but like the
shade doesn't.
yeah, exactly, because the shade can only
Yeah,
like
can-
dissipate
yeah.
if it wish.
Yeah,
to
if it
dissipate.
wants.
And like it grabs onto, like it still holds onto the front of your dress, and it like grabs really tight, like elbows close to his chest, and like starts pulling you upwards, dragging your feet off the ground.
All right.
No. It's
Oh,
we'll
alright.
find the source. We'll find her. We'll find the queen. Hold on.
As you say that and you look around, you see that like a lot of the crowd has gone quiet and they're looking up at you, but the onlookers, like, they still have tears streaming down their face.
Oh,
And
no.
the tears start to like halt midair as if they were like in 0G or something, and starts to like gather into these blobs of like water in the air, which starts to coalesce into like human shapes.
Oh lord.
This is definitely disturbing the peace.
Get me down from here. We need to find.
Yeah. Hey,
Madra.
hey, spirit guy, you can come along too if you want. You want to come hang out? Fourth Musketeer, come on.
Make it stop! Make it stop! Make it stop!
God no. God damn it.
Can't you? Oh yeah, you're out of reagents. That's why you can't do it. Because
What?
otherwise you can just make a spell and do like.
Well, I could make a spell, but like it's not that easy.
Yeah, when she has time.
When you got someone trying to whisk
Yeah.
you away, Peter Pan style.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll grab Hilda's leg, I guess. Back and forth.
And like when you do, she stops like ascending.
It's like a balloon.
Basically, it's not a strong. It's not like a very strong force pulling her up.
Ah!
I'm gonna
Get
waft
down.
at these coalescing tears to splatter them about.
Yeah, and like when you do, it's like they just like dissipate and like slowly start moving together again. It like you can easily like keep them just dissipated.
It's
But-
obvious they've been called by something. They speak of calling, and they say something like it doesn't stop. So I guess it's some kind of ritual that needs to be done.
Do you have time to do that?
I don't even know what kind of ritual it is.
As the
Let's find Madra and get Madra to quit it.
Yeah.
like the spirit holding on to you, Hilda, like it's still screaming, like it does, you know,
Ah!
it doesn't stop, and as it does, you start hearing like it almost like an echo when it does so, as if more than one voice is shouting the same thing. It seems to be coming
Oh,
from the
Lord.
like watery shapes.
These are all the spirits. Get me out of here.
All right, Ironstar, you bring the kite. Let's go find Madra.
All right.
It's highly.
I mean, this is clearly disturbing the peace. So Madra is breaking the law right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that means she's guilty. So I should be able to find her that way, right?
Yeah, sure, that makes sense.
Gotta spend your PowerPoint.
Yeah, you're gonna
Yeah,
spend the point though.
I'll do it.
Yeah, so you start dragging Hilda away.
Oh yeah,
When you get
like a balloon.
Yeah, like when you get a good like maybe 20 or 30 meters away, she drops out of the air.
Ah!
But I'm still holding on to the leg, so I guess she
Yeah.
like swings upside down.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just keep going unless you
No!
want to release.
Put me in the right position. This is a dress, not pants.
What's this? What? How is this, Hilda? I forgot to ask Blair how it is.
It's highly indignant.
Well,
And Blair wasn't wearing a skirt.
I'll let you sit on my shoulder, I guess. Is that better?
As long as I'm not upside down.
No,
You
See,
consider
the
Blair-
right way
bastards.
around.
Blair would never be caught in a skirt. She'd be caught in a battle skirt. The only
Yeah,
thing she's
sure.
legally allowed to wear.
Well, I'd probably be glad I from
Pray
the
tell, what is a battle skirt?
Okay, I mean,
plates.
It's like a regular skirt,
But a kilt?
but you fight in it.
Okay.
Well, and to be fair, I think Blair like wouldn't give a shit if
for
like
combat skirt. Sorry.
Combat skirt, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But speaking of Blair, you and Queen, you're hiding in a warehouse, you said? So you're sitting in just like a little hideaway made from old crates of stuff. Some of it decidedly not pleasant to smell anymore. And you're listening to the like ever-present low rumble of the other inhabitants of this warehouse. Since it's filled with just people of every sort, all dressed in rags and tatters. You've both been given like a bit of a like privacy. They've drawn away, and you can see some of these unfortunate hideaways, like kind of peering around the corner of various like crates and stuff, like peering over at you, but they all seem like a bit too like reticent to
Am I able
approach.
to train here?
Hmm?
Is this a trainable area?
It's not very like pleasant to be here, and it's not that safe. But you might be able to make it so. You don't know if you can trust these people. You need like relative safe and quiet and time.
This place has a roof, right?
It does, at least most of it.
I guess I'm gonna try and I'll just turn to Madra and say, be safe.
Wait,
Don't trust anyone. I'm going up to the roof.
you,
Or do you want to
But
come
I'm
with
just gonna
me?
leave her.
you can't just leave me here.
Okay, do you want to come up to the roof with me?
I suppose. Why are we going to the roof?
Did I need peace and quiet to train?
To train?
Yeah, like normal people. Right, hop up on my shoulders.
You feel a tugging at your sleeve, Blair.
I turn around.
There's no one there.
God damn it. Hurry up, Madra, get on my shoulders.
You feel a tugging again.
Madra, hurry up, get on my shoulders.
You look down. Now there's some children there. They were just very short.
Oh, how tall, bro.
There's like 3 of them, all skin and bones. They look up at you with 2 large eyes.
I don't have money.
They hold their hands up towards you.
I'm poor. I'm in the same situation as you.
They're gonna shank you and eat you.
They turn to
I did-
Madra instead. Do the same thing, and she looks very uncomfortable.
Madra, just see you don't have any money.
Right. She reaches a hand out, touches like the tallest of them, like presumably the oldest, like touches him on the forehead, and you can see like a flash of light, and he like looks a lot like healthier. And I mean,
I just
in the dim of the warehouse, there's almost like he's kind of like, you know, like the phrase that there's like a glow of health. Like that seems almost literal.
I look at Madra and I say, what the fuck is that? What did you do?
Is Queen's blessing?
Okay, we'll discuss that when I'm training. Get on my shoulders.
All right. She like awkwardly starts like trying to climb up. You like get one of her high heels like digs into your back as she does so.
Ow!
The kids, all 3 of them, like crowd around you, like holding on to your like shirt and like trousers.
Okay,
Some
I
more
just
of them
grab Madra
appear
and
from
I
like over
throw.
crates and stuff.
I just grab Madra over. Just grab Madra, throw her over my shoulder.
Yeah.
It just like shake the kids off by running as fast as I can and trying to like, I guess like run and vault off of shit so I could get to the ceiling.
All right. So with children going flying everywhere.
I'm not trying to hurt them.
No, they're just comically going flying.
They land safely on pillows.
Yeah. Roll me plus body, I suppose. I figure
Right.
athleticism and like strength is the deal here.
I'm
rather than
gonna spend a power die
speed. Okay.
to empower it. Check what my body. 3.
Look at
Oh,
that.
God.
Yeah. So you
They died.
bound away up like stacks of crate and discarded goods, and easily like vault up along the beams and up through the like broken section of the ceiling, and you find yourself standing on like moss slick roof tiles. A bit of a creak and a clatter as the tiles kind of shift under your feet.
Well, now that we're relatively safe and it's relatively quiet.
You
So
look
what
around
was that?
and like this part of the city is kind of in permanent twilight. You're right at the border between like all dark, like all day and all night, and like Madra still like hanging over your shoulders, just like ah,
I gently put her down.
yeah, ah, thank you. Brushes off her dress. Yes. Why are we up on the oh, and she almost loses her balance as one of the like tiles slips under her foot, but she like
Watch yourself.
back on her feet. What? Why are we up here?
Because I need to train.
All right. Is this really the time?
I mean, never the time.
She looks around in like the reddish twilight. You can see the mists like cover most of Ashtown around you, just like almost reaching up to the level of the roof. And you can see in the distance, like as various buildings peek out of the mists, you can see like small airships skim by, and you can see people like get off and get on again. You can see like some people seem to be moving along the roofs. It's like almost like a milder version of just like everyday street life going up at like roof level.
Okay.
Well, I suppose. Yeah, I feel a bit exposed up here. It's. I mean, anyone.
It's kind of okay.
I suppose if. You're the native.
I'm not native here. I don't live here. I don't even have a house.
Not even a house.
No. I just bum off my friend Howden.
I'm sorry, you bum me. What?
Yeah, like I'm a freeloader. That's what they call me. I just completely live off the goodness of my friends.
Oh, a petitioner.
Blair doesn't know that word. Sure,
Okay.
we'll say that.
Visitor to the domain of your allies. I see. Suppose that makes sense. Well, if maybe shouldn't we be trying to find your associates? Wouldn't it be safer if we?
Probably, but like they'll find me. They always do.
To
Speaking
be
of.
fair,
Yeah.
Tried to escape from them God knows how many times, but no.
my friends keep finding me.
Wait. Why would you try to escape? Aren't they're the ones you're petitioning for
Because
aid?
I'm like considered a criminal.
Wait.
I don't know.
You're a criminal? You're a lawbreaker?
By some kind of means, I don't know. It's some weird measurement system they're using.
Hmm. You're
That doesn't
outside
make
the bounds of
sense.
proper society.
I
suppose
guess.
beggars can't be choosers. Well.
Hmm.
Alright. Go on with your training, I suppose. I'll just. He like tentatively like tries to sit down on the tiles and they like slip away under and she rolls
Yeah.
over. She's like holding on to the like the spine of the roof. She's like, oh, that all right. Yeah, and she like
You train, I'll try to not fall off the roof, break my neck.
yeah, that's basically what's gonna go on.
Cool live.
So like in the background of the montage of Blad training is just like Madra failing to find a comfortable place to like sit, basically.
So it's normal.
Yep. So Blair, I suppose you have time to rest and train.
Yeah. Time to get swole.
Mm-hmm.
Time to roll your healing nonsense.
Yeah. Rest and first of all.
Time to roll
Yeah.
and heal.
So you roll.
Try and roll.
How many wounds do you want to try to recover?
I'll just try and recover my 2 again.
Okay.
Because
So roll -2.
it's the only thing I've got. So there's a clumsy roll, isn't it? The -2? Because it's 2d6.
Yeah, exactly.
Nope.
So yeah, so that's a 4. So
Why, when it comes to healing wounds, I
So
can't.
as on a miss, choose one.
Because you should heal one
Your
at a
enemies
time.
gain something significant from your rest,
No.
or
I
you
mean, he
lose.
still would have
something
failed even if
significant
he'd
from your rest.
just tried to heal one
Yeah, or
Yeah,
0.
or 0. So
So I need to choose whether I lose time or my enemies gain time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just say I lose some time.
So you lose something significant from your rest. Ground, time, items of or resource allies. All right.
Madra hates you now. She thinks you're stupid.
I don't care if she hates me. She's a loser.
I suppose yes. Actually, like when your training is done, you turn around and she's not there.
Oh, god damn it, Madra.
But you do see a significant section of like roof tiling that just seems to like slipped off and gone off the roof.
I guess I'll jump off the roof to try and get to her.
Before that, though, you have a training move to make.
Yep.
So you mark experience, you gain a power die.
Yeah. How many experience did I lose from this? It's
Your current level +3.
so it's
7. You
7?
should have 4 afterwards.
so I'm level 5 now.
Yeah.
Ooh. And then I get to mark and
Ruin
advanced power. I'm gonna take martyr. As long as you're one remaining, you feel +1 damage and gain the unstoppable.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice. So, Hilda, Indigo, Ironstar.
Mhm.
You all pursue the trail of Blair and Madra into the winding streets of Throne.
Mhm.
And
you, Ironstar,
Yeah.
acting on a hunch, you make a turn and you find yourself in like a dingy workshop. It's a workshop of some kind of like metalsmith. And in this place, someone you know from before, like an informant, lives. Who is it? How do you know them?
An informant. Let's say it's another angel because we haven't had any other angels yet.
Okay, cool.
So one of them rogue angels.
Ah.
a bad boy?
No, not the thorny guys, but like one of those that I don't follow the word of God anymore.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
A bad boy?
Yeah. But
Wearing a leather jacket.
but being like that, he or she
Yeah.
Does like catch up on some news now and
Yeah. So your old friend 54 Infinite Storm confounds the truthful.
Nice.
Alright.
Nice.
Has like an armor that's like almost as tall as you and significantly wider. Like they're built like a tank.
It's a space marine.
Kind of, yeah. Like that will get you close. The armor that they wear has like an almost ingrained black shade as like soot has just like built up on it over the millennia as they work their forge. And so you walk in and they're like standing kind of like hunched over, which gives them almost like a turtle look to them. As also the like the stone of an angel's armor is flexible, right? Like it's almost like living, even though it's actual like stone. But the coating of soot and like fat and other such material that covers Infinite Storm's body isn't. So it's kind of like cracked all across it, like over the years, giving it this sort of like mosaic sort of deal, almost like a sort of shell. And they're hunched over an anvil, and like just with one hand, like bashing away at some item, and you can see like sparks flying and bits of soot come off of the item they're forging. And the noise in here is just deafening, just from the furnace and from like the banging. So they don't seem to notice you enter at all.
Well, I'll make myself noticeable, I suppose.
Oh.
I'll walk up to my friend and tap him on the shoulder.
Yeah, it takes a couple of attempts. He's very engrossed in his work, and then turns around, and the face that you can see behind the armor like cracks a wide smile, and it's like they're like, Iron Star!
Ah,
Nice to meet you!
yes. Infinite Storm, it's been a couple of millennia since I saw you last.
Jesus.
No.
No,
it must be more
maybe
recent.
like 100
than that.
years.
Yeah. It must be more recent than that. I saw you just the other day.
Really?
Or week, or maybe it is that long.
Yeah.
Look,
Time really flies when you're having fun.
yeah, like looks out the window. What day is it? What year is it?
How long have you been working on that, brother?
Picks up the thing, and what you see is like it's like a very elegantly like forged like shovel. Like it's
What?
yeah, like it's a normal shovel. It's just like just the lines of it are perfect. It's like nice to look at. It's almost
Yeah.
calming, but it's like
Mhm.
an everyday shovel.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this?
Ah.
Not long.
Just a couple of 100 years.
Just tosses it over his shoulder and lands in like a pile of other items.
Yeah.
It's like, just something to pass the time.
Well, you're a fine smith, if I ever saw one.
Well, I should hope so. Making things is a pleasure and a privilege. Now,
Yes, indeed.
let's
Do you
speak.
mind if I borrow that shovel?
And who's this?
This is Master Indigo. He's a friend. And he's
Indigo,
here
you
with Hilda.
say? That's a
Yes,
fine skull you've got there. Impressive.
Thank you. Finally, some respect around here.
Yeah, someone recognizes your fine skull.
Yeah.
He turns and like looks over at the three of you properly, and when his eyes fall on Hilda, like his face literally changes color. Like his eyes go bright red.
This one's fine.
Oh,
Well, a striking welcome.
that seems a contradiction of terms.
Oh, wait, what?
But about the shovel.
Takes the hand. Oh yeah, yes. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. I'm taking that fucking shovel.
What? What? It's a normal shovel.
Made by an angel.
Well, fine.
Is there anything else right in there?
I mean, there's just like random tools. They're all very finely made items.
Does he have any cooking stuff? Like a wok or something?
Yeah.
I'm taking all of his well-made angel cooking supplies.
All right. I suppose I don't know. Pick up like one wealth in just like metalware.
'Cause then
Beautiful. The craftsmanship is incredible.
you're fine with him taking that,
Yeah.
right?
And then and he's just like staring at Hilda and doesn't seem to hear you ask.
Uh, I'll take that.
Seems
yes.
like there's some term you haven't spoken about, Iron Star.
What do you mean, Hilda?
Looks over at the the other angel.
Well then,
He
She does a little twirl, she does a little twirl just to follow his eyes.
he grabs like with just one hand, like grabs the entire top of the anvil and starts pulling upwards. There's a creaking as like the floorboards move and come loose. And as he pulls and keeps pulling, you can see that the entire anvil seems to be like standing on a long like a good like 5 centimeter thick, just like iron pillar that he just like pulls out of the ground with like a horrible grinding noise until like comes free, and it's like this good 2.5 meter long, just like shaft of a big ass hammer with the anvil at the end of it.
that
And he grabs it in both hands and he's like leans on it. And he's like, "Now, who is this visitor you've brought?"
her name is
I'm just poor little Hilda.
She's a friend.
I'll go. She's actually got lots more names than that. She's not
Hush
incredibly
now.
powerful.
We don't need to talk about this.
She's not a threat to you.
Of course, she's not a threat. We're angels.
The
Excuse
fucking
me?
dies. I'm just trying to help diffuse the situation as I'm throwing pots of pants
Hilda is
everywhere.
torn between her pride and like not making herself a target.
So Indigo, you're trying to diffuse the situation.
Yeah.
All right. So roll me and overcome with heat. I guess
All right.
social graces.
Yeah. All right. He's done it.
Okay. So he glares over at you, Indigo, and like as soon as he does that, like the red in his eyes like starts like shifting towards cooler colors, right? And then like looks back at Hilda and just goes back to bright red again. And it's like, "Oh well, the golden one can wait outside."
All right,
Damn it.
fair enough. I suppose you're not invited, Hilda.
Yeah. Well, that's much I can do that. I'll wait outside, I guess.
Yep. And so yeah, so still like holding on to the big hammer with one hand. Infinite Storm like sits like straight down, like from standing, just like sits down on the floor, and the entire building shakes. It's like,
That
"So, what's the occasion?"
I'm looking for a queen and a follower of mine.
Oh,
You big, dumb as fuck.
Yeah, but-
Red
but
hair.
you big.
you have
That-
queens following you these days. Impressive.
Well, the little one enlisted our services to it, so I suppose I'm honor bound to follow it.
Enlisted? I didn't take you for a
The worst
military sort of
contract
angel.
imaginable.
Well, she needed help, and she was chased by a lawbreaker, so
Ah, that's more the Iron Star I remember.
I'll go. Has he always been like this then?
Like, used to be way worse.
Oh, holy moly!
Never could get you to shut up about the law.
I mean worse.
Yeah, that's that guy.
I've been way worse. As time goes on, the law just runs out of my fingers like sand.
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
He's like, "See? You'll get it one of these days. It's not a worthy cause to keep running after."
Oh yeah, this guy's a renegade.
Yeah.
Well,
Find something purposeful to do,
Shovels.
meaningful.
like making shovels.
It's a good
Nods.
shovel. Leave him alone.
He says.
I
Why?
mean,
So
it is,
you re-
I mean, it is a good shovel.
It is in
so
fact
make-
a very good shovel.
to be fair, it's not
it's
only
probably-
making.
Yeah, he's making a
Making
bunch
sho-
of stuff.
Yeah, he's making a bunch of stuff, and then he's also unreasonably pissed off at demons. They're like devils.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say unreasonable. I mean, perfectly
Most
justified.
unreasonable.
Owning this shovel has brought me great happiness and fulfillment. Thank you, Infinite Storm.
He's- Oh, you just keep that. I just make them. Don't really have any use for them after that.
He's just literally just passing the time.
It's just like all of the stuff is just in a pile.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
it looks
he
like-
doesn't have like any other missions. He just took it upon himself to make stuff.
Yep.
I guess.
So, but you're looking, you say, for a queen?
Yes, her name is Madra.
Hmm.
Madra.
Adra? Queen of what? Of where?
Do I know? Like, what was the place name?
She said she was the queen of the. She's the queen of the court of Arna.
Ah, yes, the court of Arna.
Arna? That rings a bell.
Yes, and she travels with a human child about ye high.
So, here's many humans that height. Several hundred at
tiny.
least.
Well,
Vacant expression.
has a
What's
huge
wrong?
halo around her back of sorts.
Let's run no one's home.
Halo?
Yes,
Halo of swords.
yes.
She draws them out of it.
Yes,
There seems to be infinity of them.
yes. Never seen it.
yeah, actually, he does that. Never seen it! And it's just the least convincing lie you've ever heard.
God damn.
Never heard of it.
Hilda? I mean,
Yeah?
you can hear, like, at least his half of the conversation from outside easily.
Wow.
He's a big little
What a
boy.
nice guy.
So what are you doing? Like, you're in, like, just, like, a back alley. There's, like, a cat and, like, a plastic bag flies past in, like, a gust of wind.
This fucking sucks. Goddamn cosmic rules.
What does Hilda look like when she's just, like, waiting and she's been shut out?
Did you know that, Smiley that is like unreasonably angry, so you just draw the mouth like a big U that goes off of the face.
Yeah.
That's the sulky look she has right now.
You standing up there and waiting, you can hear like a cat yowling in the distance, and you can hear what sounds like probably a mugging like around the corner. Someone shouting for help,
It's just a normal day.
and you hear chittering sound, and the
Oh.
sound of,
Okay.
of like feet on stone and wood. And you turn around and you see that from like second and third story windows in the building behind you that you just left, there are figures crawling out through them,
Mm-hmm.
looking at you with too many or too few eyes, and you recognize a group of pale devils, all looking at you and chittering in their wordless proto-speech. They're looking at you curiously.
Friends?
You know, like tilt heads left and right, turn to each other. It's like
You did say pale devils.
Yeah. So Cacodemons, the lowest order. Were you ever one of these? Or were you bound as a more powerful devil? Most most pale devils never like advance. They're too like stupid to
Yeah.
like know to do something about their position.
Yeah, no, Hilda was bound as like as as the one she is now. She wasn't a.
Bound as a golden devil, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty badass.
She's never dropped her name. She's never
Well-
leveled up.
Yeah,
No. Yeah.
yeah. We don't want her becoming too powerful.
I don't know. Sounds like a wild ride.
Think of how much shit she fucks up now. How many shit do you think she
Yeah,
fucks up
imagine if
later?
she was more powerful, then she wouldn't fuck it up.
Well, she's your own. She is her own enemy after all.
A couple of them like crawl down the wall like spider-like and crawl up to you.
Mhm.
Just like look up at you from the ground. Like still like heads twisting this way and that, eyes like blinking all in different directions.
Look at these cuties. You just hanging out here?
As soon as you talk, they like scurry back up onto the wall. But one of them stops halfway up, looks at you, and like beckons, and then keeps climbing up.
Climbing? That's unreasonable.
She's wearing a skirt.
Well, I got -1 body. I don't climb. Is there another like? Is there like a ladder or something?
There's definitely like the facade of the building is filled with various like construction. A lot of it seems to be built like using the material of the other half of it. So there's stuff that you could use to climb, certainly.
Yeah, but then I need to climb. Well, you know what? Let's climb.
Right? Roll.
I will empower my roll.
Yeah, so roll plus reflex.
I will empower it. So I will roll
Yeah,
Hey.
you'll
a d6.
yeah, the mantra of climbing.
And you get the break die.
Oh,
So I get
nice.
none of that.
Sweet.
And then I get a empowered. What do you want, body?
Reflex.
Reflex. Okay.
Like that,
Meh.
like it's acrobatics.
It's a 7.
No, 7.
Oh god.
You make it up, but the construction being what it is, this skeleton thing made out of its own older bones, it catches at your dress on the way up, and it's torn and ripped, leaving it like in shreds.
Nice finery you had there,
Oh,
idiot.
I'm angry.
Shame if anything would have happened to
I
it.
think like a couple of your necklaces catch and break,
No.
scattering like bits of gold and pearls and whatever just like goes flying everywhere.
No! My shit! This better be fucking good.
And you find yourself in like an attic.
Mhm.
It's old, cobweb filled, dusty, and the cacodemons are all gathered in a circle in the middle of it, where the floor's been cleared.
Hmm?
They're looking at something.
They're looking at something?
Yeah, and you walk over there, and
Hmm?
you see it's an odd little thing. It's there's a shape, squares drawn on the floor,
Hmm?
and in the shape there's these like piles of just like bits of wood and like various bits of scrap that's been like arranged. And at first it just looks like some random garbage, but there's like a strange order to it. And as you look at it, you can see that some of the bits, like there's a like a more solid, just like bit of wood that's been just like plonked down. It's moving. Like it's actually like shifting around a bit as you watch.
Hmm. Hmm.
And they're all like looking at it intently.
So they're all looking at it intensely.
Mm-hmm.
Let me pry some secrets.
Yeah.
Pre-secret. That's mine.
That's a 9.
Nine.
So you get 1 question, I think, right? And
Uh,
+1 if you
It
act on
should
the
be
answer.
here, right? Utility moves, isn't that?
Yep.
So it's prize secrets at 9. Ask 1. Take 1 + 4 when acting on the answer. So I can ask which many charge, what's about to happen. Which is deceitful, what it could be useful, what just happened. What's it past? I'm gonna ask what here could be useful to me.
Cool to you. So looking over this thing, you realize that you recognize the arrangement.
Hmm?
The shape seems to be about the same as what you would get if you drew an outline of the little workshop you were just in.
Ah.
And the piles of stuff seems to correspond to roughly where like the pile of like various metal bits was. The shape that's moving, that's about where the anvil would have been, right? And the angel. And you see like there's 2 other shapes in there also moving around a bit. One of them's just like a bit of metal that's been plumped down. The other one's an unlit match that's like standing on one end. And the demons are staring at this thing, and they're following it. And you can see sometimes when the shape that you suppose corresponds to the to Infinite Storm, like when it moves, sometimes you can see that on the floor under it, there's a little seal drawn. And this seems to be drawn in like a bright golden ink, rather than just the like chalk. The rest of it is.
Okay.
In fact, when you look closer, you recognize the seal. You've seen this seal a lot of times before, actually.
Oh, I have.
Yeah. And you've seen it a lot of times, but not recently. Because these days it's never drawn in golden ink. Always black. It's the old seal, your master.
Yeah, look at that. He's been sealed, oh Lord.
And just to be clear here, I'm saying seal as in what you would use to seal a letter, not like a magic
A magical
seal.
thing.
Yeah.
The mark of his house.
Yeah, exactly.
That's weird.
Yes, no, what's that mean? And these are all like looking at this little thing.
Yeah, the little diorama.
Yeah.
Staring at it. And then a final thing that you would notice is that at one point, and this is like when you got the best look at the seal, the shape corresponding to Infinite Storm moves like a pretty significant distance close to the door, and you can see all of the cacodemons like they lean forward, they tense up, they look really ready, and then it like moves back in again, and they also like kind of slump back and they look a bit disappointed. So we see in front of this little diorama, and we look really closely at the shape corresponding to Infinite Storm, and then the view shifts to us looking at the actual Infinite Storm as he's down in the workshop, and he's saying, all right, yes, I know about it.
Finally, we got it out of him.
Yeah, it took ages. Like, he just kept it. Like, it was obvious lies, and he just kept, like, insisting that he didn't know. This guy.
A lying angel? How far he has fallen.
Oh, how far he has grown.
And he says, I might just once have had a bit of a disagreement with the man who made it. Just this unimportant thing. Smashed him through a wall. Nothing serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the time, I knew that thing he was making was gonna be no good. Only gonna bring trouble.
I mean, right so far.
Says, but if that's what you're looking for, might be able to help you. It's a strange magic in that thing. But since it can always find a blade can always find it, if you know how to look.
I see. Perhaps speak plainly.
I see. But for those of us who don't.
He walks over to the pile of stuff and like leans down near it and just like rifles through it until he pulls out. It's like a kitchen knife. Very beautiful one. Like simple, elegant lines. But it's lacking like a proper hilt. It's just the tang of it that he's holding on to. And he holds it, and he like holds it up, and you can see the light of it reflect from the fire of the furnace. He's like kind of turning it this way and that. And then like as he's turning it, and you can see like almost the whole thing of it as it like turns to reflect the light of the furnace properly, like the whole thing of it lights up, and then like it's turned towards you edge on, and then it's gone.
What the?
It becomes like a line and then it disappears. It says,
What the?
like I said, a blade always knows where to find it. You know? Where did you think all of those things came from anyway?
Probably a dump somewhere.
Some of them, probably.
I mean, that's the one I've seen. I mean,
Yeah. There.
Yes.
As you're training, one of the swords you pull out is like this really fancy looking kitchen knife, except it's like, doesn't have a proper handle to it. It's a bit...
We toss it back in.
Yeah.
I'm looking for Madra now.
Yeah. How would you look?
Well, I go to where all the tiles fell down, and I look down,
Mm-hmm.
and I jump down,
Mm-hmm.
and
So
I look to see if I see any obvious footsteps inside.
So you leap like 6 stories down onto the ground and you break your legs.
Oh, I climb down, of course. Leap in the dramatic sense.
Yeah, jump from like ledge to ledge or whatever. That's fair. So you descend through the mists, and you find yourself on street level. And there's like a spot of red like dust as the tiles have like struck the cobbles and shattered, right? So it's very obvious like where it would have gathered. There's no like blood and guts though, so Madra probably isn't here.
Yeah. Is there any footstep?
A lot of it's kind of like this back street where like various like mud and excrement of like cart animals have mixed with the ever-present dust to make just this kind of sludge, and there's like layers of footsteps.
Mm-hmm.
But you might be able to find more recent ones. Roll me. Does mind overcome?
Okay.
Actually, Pray Secrets is probably the one. You're trying to discern information from this area and situation. So yeah, it's still plus
Yeah,
mind
isn't it?
though. So
That's mine. Damn.
yeah.
Nope.
Okay, so you get to ask one question from the ones in the list.
Let's see. Try to think. It's either, I guess, what here could be useful to me.
It could be useful to you. Well. You follow like one particular set of footsteps, and you trace it like down the streets, and you look up, and you see that they lead off like around the corner and off into the distance, and these footsteps, like this trail is notable because the shoes this person seems like wearing they're these like slippers. There's like barely any texture to the mark they left, and pretty small. It might be Madras. Like forgetting momentarily that she, last you noticed very painfully, wears heels. This might be her. Maybe she took them off. Who knows? Looks promising though.
I'll follow the footstep.
Mm-hmm. You follow the footsteps, and it takes you on this winding trail through like back alley after back alley. The like evening light that this place is like constantly bathed in grows darker and darker as you like descend deeper and deeper into like a warren of just buildings towering over you, until there's barely any natural light. You can see some flickering out of boarded up windows, like some firelight, but it's dark. And at this point, it's very difficult to follow the trail. And in fact, you turn a final corner, and you're about to just give up on it because it's just impossible to follow. Who even cares at this point? When there's a glint and a silent sound of metal, and you find the blade of a sword up against your throat.
All right.
Did she find the sword, or did the sword find her?
Who knows?
Put the blade down, or else you're gonna get hurt. Whoever has this blade at my throat.
Who sent you? Why are you following me?
I'm looking for my friend. I don't know who you are.
I'm not your friend.
Yeah, you're not. Could you please? Yeah, don't fuck with me either, bud. Get that sword away from my throat. Kindly.
Why should I? You're the one following me.
I mean, I might be following you. You'll never know. I'll let you take that sword away from my throat there, buddy boy.
You better tell, unless you want this close to remain very... This sword to remain very close to your throat for the rest of your life.
I mean, like, I've
Very
already got
short
another
life.
sword kind of close to my throat. I don't know how old I am. Don't talk to me.
No, the implication is
Now, how about you just, big old buddy boy there, take that sword away from my throat, or else things are going to slowly turn from good on your end to completely abysmal.
Okay. Roll me. I mean, I suppose it's heat. It's social grace's bravery, right? Roll it broken because you're not really in a good spot here. You feel a very sharp pain across your throat as a blade is drawn across it. You manage to recoil in time to not just get your throat cut, but it hurts a lot. And there's a burning in the wound, like it. You suspect it might have been
Does this do
poisoned.
damage to me?
It does, in fact, deal to you.
I'm going to spend the
3
armor
damage.
of will. I'm going to spend my armor of will.
Mm-hmm.
Like it goes to slit the throat and like the light just sort of surrounds it and pushes it away.
Mm-hmm.
Blair just rolls her eyes and slams her head backwards.
I mean, this person wasn't standing behind you. Like the raid
Oh,
was, they were to the side of you and like reaching out.
Alright.
Uh,
Okay, I will slam my head to the side.
okay, that's fair. I suppose roll to reach heaven through violence.
Sure, your fated weapon isn't your empty head.
Okay, so you
It's a
deal your
success,
damage.
but
Yeah, it's you deal your damage, which is what?
Which would be because I've got because I'm martyr right now. It's 3 damage.
It's 3 damage.
Yeah, because remember my martyr, I'm on 1
2
wound.
plus 1, right?
You're right.
Yeah. 2 plus 1.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you also take 3. Like you slam your head into the shadows, like before you even have time to look at what is, like who or what is attacking you, and like just a blade meets you, and like stabs you right in the shoulder. 3 damage. That's just stamina.
That's my
damage.
stamina.
Yes, and so the blade, like it ripped into your shoulder, but it managed to avoid like anything that's too impairing. Like it like doesn't break a bone, and it doesn't like seem to heavily like injure any significant muscle. Like, at least not in a way that makes it like more difficult to move your arm. But you feel like a burning in your shoulder. So this has the lingering tag, which means that this won't heal until the problem is fixed. And in this case, you've been poisoned.
Oh, fun.
So until you find a way to get the poison out of your system, you won't heal that stamina damage.
Fucking fun.
Luckily, you see in the like shadowy alleyway the figure you like headbutted slump into a heap on the ground.
I pull a blade out.
When she does that,
Mm-hmm.
I want to be doing a thing.
All right.
Obviously, I'm a genius. I understand what that angel was doing.
Yeah.
With the sword.
Mm-hmm.
I know the profits of a sword.
Hmm.
I've made myself one with a sword.
Yeah.
I want Blair to draw me.
I can't draw you. You're not a blade.
I'm a fucking sword. Fuck you.
You've become one with me, so it doesn't mean you're a fucking sword.
I'm a sword. I can think about this.
No, I can't. I can't
Pull me
draw
out of
you.
your
You're not
fucking
an
hole.
actual blade.
Pull me out of your hole.
No, that's not how the hole works.
Oh, that's why the angel said it worked.
Yeah, but the angel's a lying scumbag.
I mean, pull me
Well,
out the hole.
Well, let's see.
I always found a PowerPoint not to have Master Indigo ever come through this fucking hole.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
He is not a sword by the definition of
In
how
a
the thing works.
metaphysical sense,
In a metaphysical sense, no. In every sense, no.
well,
I mean,
Philosophy, he's become one with his sword, but physically, he's still just an
I
ugly
did
skull
actually use
person.
magic so I could chop things up with my hands to become
Yeah,
one with a
that's
sword.
different. That's not a sword. That's
Hmm.
Yeah, well-
magic.
I want to think about being a sword so she yoinks me.
No, that's not how this works. I
Uh,
deny this.
Pull
But
me
to
out
be fair,
fucking
magic
first.
is lying about how the world works.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
this Halo's a bit
I think,
smarter.
I think Indigo, if you wanted this to work, like, you would need help. You would need help
Yeah.
from someone who knows about lying to the universe,
Yeah.
about the true nature of things.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Where the fuck's Hilda?
I was banished outside.
I feel like a typical normal blade that is not.
Wait. We're
Yeah,
not.
I'm-
You're,
I'm-
the
I'm
scene's
like,
different
well,
now. We're back to
I'm like-
Indigo here.
This is easy shit.
Yeah.
Well, I need Hilda's advice, so I'm gonna yell Hilda really loudly and step outside.
So, yeah, you hear someone like hooting and hollering, calling your name.
Yeah, and from like outside from the window I came in,
Mm-hmm.
like Hilda peers out and is like, "What?
Mm-hmm.
I'm busy."
Yeah, I need your help.
With what?
I need magic.
Magic.
Yeah, the angel guy said like he made a sword go into the
Yeah.
halo.
Mm-hmm.
So I need you to help me convince the universe I'm a sword so she can pull me out and then I can be there with her and tell her to sit fucking still.
Okay. Sure. Sure, whatever.
Sure, whatever he fucking says.
And she's gonna. Do I need to roll to climb down again?
Nah. You already figured out all the places that were gonna tear your dress up bad and tear your hands and stuff also.
You already lost everything
Yeah.
that was gonna get
So-
torn already got
So
torn.
so Hilda climbs down and she looks a mess. Just like dress is just like in like ripped. Like
What the hell
tatters.
happened to you?
We don't talk about this.
Alright.
So what do you want to be a sword?
Yeah.
Okay. And then she like rummages down against our like reagents.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, if you stand up against this wall,
Alright.
and then like, do you know what material your halo is in?
Her halo? I don't know.
Right?
Yeah, light sometimes?
Well, yeah, okay.
I'm gonna
So
think
she-
very swordy thoughts.
When we're going, we don't need swordy thoughts. And she starts to she holds up like parts of your cloak and she like scribbles things with the liquid she usually scribbles things with.
Mm-hmm.
And then she like draws the circle around like the back wall, which my Master Indigo is standing about.
Yeah.
And then she goes like, okay. So you repeat after me in my exact tone.
Alright.
And then she opens like the book and like as like this whole shadow thing starts to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you Indigo, you see like the shadows start to like almost like wrapping up like a mummy. They go like into the wall and then out to you until like everything becomes very like hazy. And like the sort of the melody she like sort of hums
Mhm.
gets louder and louder, and like this is when Blair draws the sword and like he is joined into the wall.
Yeah, and so 2 things for this.
Yeah.
The first is that Master Indigo, you will have to pay a price.
You take my fucking shovel.
I will not take your shovel. However, your swordy nature will be inaccessible to you until the next time you get proper rest.
All right, all right, all right.
So you basically lose that ability.
Yeah, I lose the sword hand.
Yeah, exactly. You already used up all of your swordy thoughts.
Yeah.
And also, this is, even by your standards, Hilda, this is a pretty whopper of a lie you're telling the universe right here.
Yeah.
And this is definitely gonna be noticed. Anyone really in the vicinity of either you or Blair with any sort of sensitivity to magic shit is just gonna sense this thing happening and feel like that something's wrong and that some major magic's gone down.
Yeah.
I think technically this is like the white art, right? Like changing your perception of yourself. Which, I don't know. This is cooler. Yeah. But yeah, like this is some major magic down here. And specifically, we already know that the seal of one powerful magic user is very close. So your master will, like, no doubt feel this going down.
Yeah.
And know where you are. But yeah, Indigo, you're drawn out of a wall. And, like, Blair, you pull out, like, a horn out of your halo?
I don't. I look at it. I recognize that horn anywhere, and I push it back.
Well, you have an opportunity to climb out there, Indigo.
Instinctual reaction, seeing that horn is like push it back in.
No,
Go back in there.
I'm pulling myself out. This is awful.
The horn comes in and then like he tried to push, but Miss Master Indigo pulls himself out.
Yeah, like the horn comes out and then it like hooks itself around the corner of the halo. And you can't get it back in again. It's like trying to close a drawer with a thing
Right, I
inside
want to
it.
physically roll to punch him back in.
You can roll to punch him, sure.
They're gonna roll a fucking knock this loser into the next century.
Alright. I mean, broken roll to reach heaven through violence.
Alright, broken roll. Let me roll that broken then.
So
It's
nice.
even better.
Yeah.
Nope, but actually I swat at flies.
You can't see me. Get back in there.
No, he can. He's coming out head first.
So you try
Busted
and
away.
punch me.
Mm-hmm.
I just spat it away. I'm like, what are you doing?
Get the fuck out of here.
Yes, I'm trying. Pull me out.
No,
Pull me out.
I don't pull him
So
out.
with that 9, Indigo manages to like climb out of the halo, almost toppling Blair over.
Fall on the floor with a thud.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, whew.
1, how did you get in there? 2, never go back in there. 3, I'll kill you if you do that again.
I'm I was a sword?
Also, can you see I'm busy? I point to the unconscious guy and I pull another
You can
sword
both
out.
see, since Indigo came through and his head's on fire, you can both see the dead guy very clearly. This weird
Okay.
lizard creature?
Oh well.
Is he a different weird lizard creature or the same weird lizard creature than the dragon men?
Different. Way less muscle mass, more spindly.
Spindly.
It might be a really emaciated dragon man. You don't know like how dragon
Yeah.
men vary in shape, but you wouldn't guess that they're the same.
Okay, well, you look like you're done with him.
You look like you're not a sword, so get out of here. Scram.
Well, I can't go back. You told me not to go back in the thing, so I guess we're stuck.
Get out of here. No.
I definitely don't.
One, how the hell did you get in there? Two, why were you in there? And three, I'm busy.
We met at Big Angel, about yay big.
He just
And,
reaches his arms out as wide as he can.
Yeah, and he's like, and he's huge. Knows Iron Star. Knows about your Halo thing.
Right,
Told us
okay,
how
I'm
it
gonna have to
worked.
kill him.
Told us how it worked. Really easy, obvious. Makes a lot of sense when you think about it. And then I
I'm
got
gonna
Hilda
have kill
to
him.
turn me into a sword
Right, okay, where was this big angel guy? Because I've got another person to add to the list.
in his house.
Okay, right, where's his house?
Don't
He
know.
has no idea.
I just followed Iron Star.
Okay, well, go back through. And
No
get there.
way. No way.
Go back through.
No way.
Also, I'm looking for Madra. I don't know where she went.
You lost Madra?
Of course I lost Madra.
Oh, it's fine. Madra. Is Vendor making people cry?
Of course.
Oh
I
yeah,
lost mine.
she sang like a funeral dirge because we needed money, and it ended up making a lot of people cry, and then a lot of people got angry at us and chased us.
Oh, yeah, and that's all right. Oh, all right. That's fine, Madra.
I don't know where she went. I think she's back that way somewhere. They're pointing in the opposite direction.
Looking back,
Alright.
Blair, you're not sure which way you came, actually. Like, lit up, this place looks completely different.
Yeah, I'm completely lost.
Yeah.
Well, same. Let's
No, let's not do anything that you want to do because you just keep through my sword.
yeah, I want to find Madra. You want to find Madra?
Yeah,
I
but
want to
not
find
with you.
Madra. Want to find? Why do you want to find with me?
Because you came through my sword and have offered no to little explanation.
I told you. The guy told us how it worked. He'll turn me into a sword.
Right,
Bish, bash,
let's
bosh.
never do that again for the sole purpose you're not allowed in that thing.
I will see.
You're not a sword.
I mean, well, yeah, not anymore.
Blair, there's a thing that would occur to you.
Right.
As far as you know, you have never pulled out the same sword twice?
I've never questioned it. Blair's never questioned it. She'd be like, oh, nice sword, and
Yeah.
stab someone with it.
Yeah, so
Can't
maybe it
believe
wouldn't come. Like, maybe you wouldn't notice, actually.
I mean, I've seen a lot of swords. I could probably rationalize that they're not all different, or they're not all the same.
I mean, who knows?
Knowing Blair, I'm sure she wouldn't see it like, what? Are these two the same? Are these two different? Looks like swords to me. Being the best sword master and just viewing swords as a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guide to being the best swords master, it's just a fucking sword, is rule number one.
Iron Star.
Yeah.
So while Indigo like goes off to be a sword and then disappears, what are you doing?
I will look for the traitor. Or the sinner.
Okay, so
The
you're
sinner?
looking for Madra.
Yeah.
Before you go off to do that, though, there's a thing that happens. Hilda, you would notice it first, actually, that there's
Mhm.
a couple of people like come down the alleyway. They're
Mhm.
pushing this like big cart, just like it's like like a street peddler's cart with like just this
Mhm.
like overflowing with just like random bits of garbage, and they pull it up. They're like a human, like early teens probably, but like
Mhm.
malnourished in that way where it's difficult to tell. Like maybe they're older and they just haven't grown because
No.
they haven't had any
Okay.
food. And the other one is this big stone golem guy. Not the guy who pulled your rickshaw, but seems to be like similar type of thing. And they pull up next to the little like shed,
Mhm.
and like the teen like stares at you.
Me?
Yeah, and then stares at their friend. And the stone golem like takes a couple of steps towards you,
Mm-hmm.
like drawing itself up, like real threatening. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what do you do?
I look at them, and then I go, "You're here to see Infinite Angel Man? He's in there." And I point to the door.
And the teen goes, she's distracted, and runs inside.
Okay.
The big stone golem guy just kind of looks at you, looks at the door, looks back at you. I'm gonna guess that wasn't a problem.
Huh? Why would it be a problem? I'm not allowed inside anyway.
I know that feeling. So Aaron Star, this is like an emaciated teen that comes running inside. Like, I think that runs right into you and like falls on the floor.
Oh. Hello, little guy. Who would you be?
Hi. Hey. Except,
Grabs him by the collar and like raises him up to his
yeah. It's like brushes off his clothes, which mostly what that does is just it throws up like a cloud of dust into the room. And it's, you wouldn't happen to be Infinite Storm, right?
feet. No. He's over there.
Like leans to the side, like has to make an effort to look around you, right? Because you're fucking huge.
Yeah,
And
and then an even larger angel next
Yeah,
to you.
exactly. Whoa. Hi. Infinite Storm looks over. It's like, what's this? Oh. Well, it's just. Well, me and my friend, we heard that you had some stuff that you might want to sell. Who told you that? You know, just people that I met. It looks like Infinite Storm looks over at Iron Star and is like, people? I don't know any people. Do you know any people?
Only one, and it's a pain.
Right. It's just that, well, I heard that you maybe had some pots and pans and stuff to sell.
Fucking eat shit, buddy. First come, first served, asshole.
Well,
Yeah, you took
It's like, he looks over at the pile, and I mean, there's still some of that kind of stuff in there. You wouldn't have taken all of it. It's like,
Wouldn't I?
no, you wouldn't have.
you can't carry that much.
Exactly. Like,
This
it's
is
pretty
bullshit.
bulky stuff.
This is bullshit. I can't carry like 10,000 years worth of pots and pans.
And like, Infinite Storm just kind of shrugs and goes, I don't know that I sell it. If you want some, you can take some. What? Really? I don't know. He shrugs, turns back, and starts like with another like loud grinding noise. Like he starts pushing the anvil hammer back into the ground. And the teen looks at Iron Star, and it's a kind of a pleading look, like he's asking for permission. He looks a bit uncertain.
Yeah, like, go ahead, kid.
Oh man, jackpot! And so he starts digging through the pile and just like piling up like pots and pans and cauldrons. Like there's a lot of that stuff in there. And all the while he's talking. It's like, these days these things are really hard to get a hold of. And I heard a rumor, right, that you can find some here. And, well, you know, supply and demand and all of that. Like, if this kind of stuff is difficult to get, Maybe we can sell them for a lot of money.
Hilda's gonna have moved like to the sort of the door entrance.
Yeah.
And it's going. I think there's someone here named Infinite Something that's very unreasonable.
What? I mean, I wouldn't say that. I think it's very reasonable and generous.
That's because you can go inside.
Thank you so much, sir.
No
This is
shit,
so
sir.
nice of you. So Hilda, you would be the first to notice a sound of like several sets of heavy boots walking like in sync, echoing like in the alleyway and getting closer.
I peek over to like where these guys came from,
Yeah,
like the ones running in and out.
yeah, definitely seems to be from that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I peek over. Do I see anything?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing you would see is that thing where like the shadows are cast on the wall, right?
Okay.
Like, torchlight of like a bunch of people marching in lockstep. They look like bulky. They look like human shaped probably, though it's difficult with the like magnifying shadow thing. But like probably human, look really bulky. And around the corner, a troop of soldierly looking types in heavy like burnished red clay armor come walking. They see you.
The Potter
is it
skill.
me?
Well, looks like it, yeah.
These fuckers.
And like Hilda's gonna turn into and then like shout in like,
Mhm.
so Infinite Storm, you usually get visitors from burnished clay armored people.
And well, I mean, from inside, you mostly hear the sound of like what sounds like a very large pile of kitchenware falling over, and someone swearing like a lot.
sounds like they're acquainted.
And so,
because you're about to have visitors.
so like you don't know how someone manages to run like 20 meters carrying like at least 30 like different pans and cauldrons and stuff while constantly falling over the whole way and still manage to get to their destination without dropping anything. But this team manages it and like manages to like basically crash into their own cart, just like filling it over with various
Yeah,
things.
and definitely when it comes out of the door, like Hilda's gonna like extend one leg and like whoops.
Yeah. So he would have gotten to the cart maybe, but nope. Just
This is
crashes down
bullshit.
into the street.
Can't believe this kid did, and I wasn't allowed to. Game sucks.
Wait, what?
He's allowed to take all the stuff. I'm not allowed to take all the stuff.
I mean, if you said you wanted to like carry like more, just like both of your arms full of it,
No,
like, you
I
would have
obviously
been allowed
wanted to make a Jenga tower. I'm a smart boy,
Yeah.
not an idiot like this kid.
So yeah, the kid like tries to get up and also pick up several things at once, which means like it takes a couple of false starts before he manages it. And at that point, like Hilda, you and the cart and him, you're all like surrounded.
Yeah, I'm standing up like the entrance anyway, so it's
Yeah.
not hard to surround.
So like a half circle of them surround all of you.
Yeah, and she's gonna say the like, well, if you're here to see like Infinite whatever is in here.
And they all look down at the kid, and like one of them, who's instead of the burnished red armor, like it's the exact same like shape. This really like
Yeah.
round bulky helmets and like breastplates, but he's just been like lacquered black
Right.
instead, and he's like points at the teen and is like, nah, this one's the one we're after.
Oh, in that case, it's right there.
Yeah,
Bastard.
we can see that, devil. This ain't any of your business. Get lost.
Well, I'm waiting for someone in here, so I'll stay here, and you do whatever you do, and I won't get in the way.
All right, fine. So Iron Star from inside of the little workshop, like you would hear this conversation, and you would hear the kid start going like, "Oh God, please, just I just wanted to sell some stuff and buy some food. It's just you can't blame a guy for just trying to make an honest living."
Pipe down, kid. You're disturbing the peace. No, go out.
Okay, so you
See
step
what's up.
out, and you see like two of the armored fellows have like grabbed him around, one arm each. Three of the others are just like toppling his cart over.
Of course they do.
Yeah.
Well, what's going on here? If it isn't the Potter's Guild, is it the Potter's Guild?
They all look over at you, and I mean, they're all wearing like freaking pottery for armor, so probably.
You villains, unhand the child.
They all look over at you and say, "I believe the official phrase is up yours, Copper."
Yes.
Well, I mean, I am temperamental, so I guess I just have to murder them all now.
Is it forgive me for this violence I'm about to inflict time?
Yeah. I'm gonna invoke famous Iron Soul and punch the shit out of him with my armor.
Alright, so what does that look like of you just...
Well, like usual, the armor cracks up and
Mhm.
flames just pour out, and then my fist goes like a fucking rocket into his face.
Okay. Is it like freaking rocket punch here?
Yeah,
Bad.
flames just come out of the elbow.
Mhm. Let me just...
Got him.
Yeah, I gotta just note down the stats. I have them on hand here, so give me a second.
Yeah.
It would
I'm
be-
using like Fortnite empty palm, so I punch the air so hard that it's it hit me in the face.
Nice. So it's and then Sergeant. Doesn't matter. It's my own notes.
Yeah, that's why it's SGT.
Yeah. And it's all right. So, which one of them were you aiming for?
Well, we'll see, because if I get about 10, it's all of them,
Ah, I see.
which I get, so...
You fucking done it.
So it's area.
Yeah, it's area, reeling, and forceful.
All right. So, and how much damage do you do?
2, and an additional 1 incidental, since it's an area attack.
Yeah. So the armored goons are a group, so they take 2. And they get thrown back, and you can see like bits of their armor go flying everywhere as it like shatters, as they like slam into walls and the overturned cart and the big like stone golem guy as he's just kind of standing there all lost. see. The black lacquered sergeant takes a couple of steps like back and lifts a round shield. He's like thrown back by the force of it as like one of his goons go flying and like hit him, like hit the shield and throw him back. But he gets back up again, like and throws the shield aside.
You're never gonna keep him down.
They are reeling though, so they will skip the next action.
Yep. So yeah, as they're all picking themselves up off the ground, the sergeant says, "You'll regret messing with us, Angel."
Yeah, you can say that as I punch him in the face again.
All right. So roll.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
A 1 and a 2, seriously?
No.
What gonna hell?
And they were reeling,
Yeah.
you said.
Yeah, they're reeling, so they can't really hit back.
Yeah, reading MC can't deal damage, and any other actions they take are far less effective. So let's see. I'm looking through what.
A reeling piece skips the next action they would take in order to recover.
Oh yeah, that's for PCs.
But that's for players, yeah.
Yeah. So what happens is, yeah, he blocks your blow with the like cudgel that he carries. Like he just like grabs that in both hands and takes your blow, and then like really quickly one hand darts darts to his belt, and he comes back up with this clay whistle, and he blows it, and like immediately you can all hear like the sounds of even more footsteps clattering, like echoing through the alleyways, and more of these people start like flooding in from every direction.
Ah, good. I was raring for a fight.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You really do know how to make friends, you know.
Yes, Hilda, if you would please assist me.
Fine. I will wield some sorcery. I will do a pyromancy.
All right. So what do you do?
I'll fucking stab the shit out of these people with my shadow tendrils.
Yeah. I mean, for a devil, Hilda is an alright person.
Look at that.
She's done it.
All right.
That's
so,
a miss, a complete miss.
yeah. So
Which means that
your art writhes catastrophically, fails, and in addition to other consequences, choose one. You take 1 AP damage from the backlash, or deal 1 AP damage to an ally in range from the backlash.
That's fine, I can take some damage.
does the kid count as a
Why?
an ally?
No.
Okay, in that case, Iron Star is gonna get it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you take 1 damage.
Yeah, oh no.
What?
So Hilda, so I think what happens is that as soon as you like bring the book up, a couple of the armored goons, like they see it and shout, and they like jump for you, snatching the book out of your hands mid spell.
No, my
which
book.
which is why things go happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one of them just like clubs you right in the eye,
Ow.
dealing 3 damage.
3 damage.
Damn.
Oh. Fuck me.
And I don't have an action to take it. I don't think.
I see.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can't do. Can I do the
I
8?
still have 1 stamina left if I take the 3.
Yeah.
if you
So-
wanna like
I would like to try and aid and take it.
okay, so like what would you do? What was the
Like yeah, like if they try to hurt her, I would just
Yeah.
jump in the way and slap it away, or take the damage myself, I suppose.
Okay, so just like jump in the way. Oh yeah, sure. Roll,
Yeah.
roll the move.
Yeah. Hang on, is that heat or is it breath? It's breath,
breath.
right?
Yeah, it's breath.
Breath. 10.
10.
So
Okay, so that's the aid move.
Yeah.
Giving you hold 3.
Hold 3.
Yeah. So I suppose you're taking the take an instance of damage thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I can also use the thing where I reduce damage by 1.
Yeah.
I won't do that. I'll take 3 damage.
Yep. So you take 3.
Yeah,
So
and I'll
yeah,
spend an
you,
armor
like, you
to
see
take
the
none.
club like come in towards your eye, and then suddenly Iron Star is there and just takes it on the forehead.
Fucking
And like nothing happens. Like
Mhm.
it's just-
Trying.
Tear the lawman to pieces, says the black lacquered man, and as he rushes forward, cudgeling both hands, and like his goons rush with him.
break yourself upon my body.
So yeah, what do? They're coming for you.
Time to go, Angel Slayer, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
I'll punch the shit out of them again.
All right. Roll.
Please roll better than 4.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
So yeah, area, reeling,
Area and reeling. Okay.
forceful, etc.
And yeah, area reeling forceful. So they're thrown back. They're like knocked to the
It's a
floor
bit-
again.
It's a bit overlap there because forceful just makes it so that they are also reeling again.
Yeah. So I
Nice.
suppose. Like no, but like what it also does is that it like in fiction throws them back. So if you
Yeah.
if you needed that effect for a thing, like that's a part of it. So and how much damage do you deal?
It's 2.
2 damage.
And like also the incidental 1, but
Oh yeah, to everyone around them.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
But this is still a group, so I guess it's just 2.
yeah, exactly. It is in fact only
Oh.
1?
the sergeants also being large because it's large prowess
Oh,
he
okay.
got by blowing a whistle. Yeah. So they get thrown back, but like more goons, the ones who were like toppling the cart over. These like it looks like you can see that they've restrained the big stone golem guy, and they like turn from him, and they come like leaping over the cart. Like some of them with clubs, and some of them like using like spears to almost vault themselves forward, like just coming in from everywhere towards the two of you, shouting. And you can see several of them like banging in like at their helmets or their chest plates, making these like dunk dunk dunk, like kind of loud drumming noises as they come.
I'm gonna show them what happens. I'm gonna use some more sorcery.
Good.
And I'm gonna
So you like rip your book out of the hands of like one of them who fell on the ground.
yeah. And I'm gonna try to pluck them out of the air as they leap. With like
Nice.
tendrils.
Look at that, yeah. So how much damage do you do?
That's a 3 area.
Yeah. So yeah, and you rip the smoky tendrils lash out from your book, and again tears armor, helmets, and chest plates away from them, but they keep coming. All still shouting, hooting and hollering.
Hooting and hollering.
Yep. And they land all around you, and you're now like cornered in a very tiny circle, like back up against the wall of the building. Iron Star, you can see several of them like to back up on their feet, like reach into belts and take out these really even looking like spikes, like stiletto type daggers. Really sturdy. And they like glare at you with devilish grins.
Alright, well.
They're ceramic daggers.
Yeah. Oh no!
Hey, that can be really sharp.
Yeah. I'll punch him again.
It's well known to prevent psychic powers.
Yeah, fuckers. 11. So yeah.
Alright. So yeah. Yeah, and you So okay, so basically the crowd of goons here are basically like mechanically they're two groups.
Yeah.
And this takes the groups of just the weaker goons, takes them straight out. So tell me what that looks like.
It's like from a scene from Lord of the Rings with Sauron, basically.
Yeah.
Uh,
Crashing through them.
crashing waves of people just slamming against the walls and
Mhm.
into each other and shit.
Yeah, and like the few of them that manage to get up, you can see them like get up and run, right?
Yeah.
And the black lacquered guy is like, come back here, you cowards!
Yeah, I crushed like a pottery helmet in my hand as they
Yeah.
run.
It's just one angel! You can take him, you fools!
One is
Only
enough to
one
crush
angel.
twice this much.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he like also takes one of those spikes, like grabs it in both hands, and is like, I'll show these cowards! And he rushes towards you, like aiming for your eye.
Oh, well, he's gonna regret that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Hilda, can you murder him for me?
Oh, Wilson sorcery.
I will give you +1 forward with my hold.
+1.
Yeah.
So it's the one modifier on the roll.
Is it one modifier or is it one extra die? How does
Mm,
forward work?
It's just +1 on your next roll.
it's +1.
+1. Yeah,
okay.
that's actually better.
+1 modifier.
It's the success. I do 3 damage area.
Yeah.
But
Mhm,
I
mhm.
also taken fully exposed. Can't do pyromancy or -1. I think I'm fully exposed to harm, danger, retribution.
All right. So that means that as like him and the final the final group of guards still standing, they rush towards you, and your tendrils lash out and start taking them out one by one. And like
Yeah.
the guy in the black lacquer, he sees this, and like his face goes pale, and he like shifts his gaze from Ironstar to you, Hilda, and he's like,
Yeah.
curse you! And he comes at you. It just drives the spike into your like between your collarbones. You take 4 damage.
Okay, that's
Well-
all my stamina.
Well, actually no, because I spend my final one to take that also.
Ah, nice. So yeah,
Yeah, like an arm just comes in front of the.
Yeah.
And I mean, my armor takes most of it, but it actually pierces it.
yeah, like it cracks it, and there's like a
and then
puff of-
eyes narrowing.
Yeah,
You're gonna regret that.
yeah, and there's a burst of like cold fire as your armor cracks, right?
Yeah.
And like Hilda anticipating that is like standing with the like book held up against her face, and it's like shut her eye,
Mm-hmm.
and she like looks around and I don't feel a blade.
So yeah, and so Ironstar,
Yeah.
you've blocked this man, and he like stands there for a moment, and he stares at you, and you stare at him, and then the tendrils come in, and he's just like turned to Gibbs, basically.
Nice.
And yeah, like he basically just disappears, and the armor and the knife clatter to the ground.
It's like a cloud of blood.
Basically, yes.
Are you alright, Hilda?
Yeah, seems to be fine actually.
Good. Now, let's keep looking for the important things.
The teen pulls himself
yeah.
like up from under like 4 guys just lying on top of him.
Damn, I forgot about him.
Hang in there, little buddy.
Yeah.
And he's just like drenched in like guts. It's not a pretty sight. And he like looks around, and you can see like all around scattered, like the pots and pans, most of them bent into unrecognizability, but just like people falling on them and magic tearing them up. Like he stands up, he looks at you, you look at him. There's quiet for a moment. And then just like behind you, a large section of the wall on the other end of the alleyway just like falls loose and crashes down behind him.
God damn it! Why can't we do anything without destroying the city?
You always seem to keep picking fights.
Yeah, they pick fights. I did nothing. They were lawbreakers. They deserved it.
Peace keeps getting disturbed.
Are you alright, child?
And he looks a bit dazed, and he kind of nods, turns around, and walks over to the golem, a stone golem, and like kind of claps a hand on his shoulder, and says there, you're fine, right? You're fine. And the golem just kind of nods slowly and starts getting up, falls over because their arms and legs were tied up, and just, I'm fine.
Well, you could look at it from a more positive way, and you won't go hungry for a while, right?
Looks at you with a look of horror. He's like, wait, what are you suggesting?
Well, you know, these things aren't making isn't doing much, and you know you're hungry, and
His face goes green,
No.
he turns around and he throws up.
you don't appreciate my ideas, Iron Star.
I don't understand what this is about.
I mean,
Are you
I don't
antagonizing
think-
the child?
I'm not antagonizing anyone. I'm
No.
helping him. Do you
Oh.
like helping people? I'm helping.
Yeah. Well, why were they after you, kid?
He's like,
Speak the truth or face the consequences.
well, well,
Okay, as long as you don't say that you disturb the peace or trespass, you're fine.
no, I just wanted to get some pans and pots and stuff to sell. I wasn't doing anything wrong, right?
Well, so they're just snuffing out the competition, I suppose.
Yeah. Jerks.
That's what's going on.
Haven't you heard? Can't buy a cook pot in the entire city these days without going through the Potter's Guild.
Oh yeah, we actually did hear that, right?
Yeah, he did. He did. He didn't go as cross about it, but
Yeah.
he's got bigger problems right now.
God damn it. Well, you take care of yourself, kid. We're gonna move on. You haven't seen a woman about this Yehai?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been running most of the day. You can't just leave me here. If they found out all of this stuff has happened, they're gonna kill me for sure.
Well, I'll give him like I'll take one of the pottery shards
Mm-hmm.
and I'll scribble in my emblem on it and then like tell him that if they come for you, then just say that you're under my protection, and if anything happens to you, then they will be annihilated.
And
Alright.
Hilda goes, how noble Iron Star, giving the boy his last help. You can look at it while he's being hanged from the office window.
He looks horrified at Hilda.
Yeah, I look at him like, what?
I suppose roll me a heat roll, Iron Star, to convince this boy.
That his emblem
That is
actually
fine.
means they won't kill him.
Yeah.
9. So,
9.
that's-
Yeah, like he looks uncertain. Like he looks at his emblem, he looks over at Hilda, And he turns to his golem friend and is like, yeah, we'll be fine, right? His golem friend just shakes their head slowly, like, oh, don't be like that. We'll hide out for a bit, and then I mean, some of these pots are still good. We can. And I guess he turns around and the two of you are just like already walking away.
Yeah. I mean, it's not my responsibility, so.
Looks down at the little carved piece of clay in his hand, looks back at you, dejected, shoulders slumping, and he moves over and starts to like very slowly try to upend like his cart, like right his cart again.
Yeah.
It's got a golden friend, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
No, Iron Star.
He's
We
totally
need to
fine.
find a seamstress guild.
Oh. Well, I happen to know one. I'm gonna. What's it called? Gather power?
Gather power, yeah. So you're looking for a seamstress guild or a seamstress guild?
Wait, what? God damn it.
Well, I mean, one of them will fix your clothes.
The other one. Well, yeah, we'll do one that can do both, okay?
Find the one who can both.
An 8. So what
She'll
does that
stitch you
mean?
up good, all right.
Okay. So on the gather power more on an 8. You gain support of an individual or power group interested in your cause. They may not be influential or powerful. They will offer you only one of the following: information, support, safety, or supplies. Though not necessarily
Supplies, I suppose.
without a price.
So a tailor.
Yeah. Okay. So you knew these people. So what place is it?
Yeah, it's a little blue devil.
It's a lot of them. You know a lot of blue devils.
Oh yeah, 2 of them so far.
I think Iron Star might be the most renegade angel because all of his friends are devils. And he only knows one angel.
It's not like I am the law, so I come into contact with a lot of devils.
Oh, I see.
And friend is
Yeah.
like very loose.
Oh me, oh my.
All right. So what's this blue devil that you?
It's well, she says that she's a seamstress, but there's other things going on also.
Mhm.
And I haven't figured out what, but I know that she's not innocent.
All right.
And you actually let her go?
Well, I can't just like punish her for without any proof, right?
Yeah, because then she'll hoot and holler and
Mhm.
disturb the peace.
All right. And so she has her her little workshop right near the border between Ashtown and the King's Road. So there's actually like one of the big portals, like in the big internal wall, like just like right behind her store, basically. She's on the corner, which means it's actually like a very good place to do business because there's a lot of traffic passing. And because of that, her shop is basically the width of the door, squeezed in behind similar stores, just like packed into the into the side of the buildings. It's like basically just. It shouldn't be possible, but it almost looks like these buildings have been like squeezed by archaeological pressure. Like it's just packed with buildings. And so Ironstar, you actually have to turn turn sideways to even walk through the doorway.
Damn. Well, yeah, it's fine. So what's the name of this one?
Kataga.
Kataga.
That's her name. Or I mean, that's the name she gives you, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a smart one.
Yeah.
Kataga,
Mm-hmm.
we have need of your services.
All right. Come in here. And like you walk down, and the building at first is like a long corridor, about as wide as the door, and it kind of winds like left and right. On the wall, there's just like it's packed with pictures, like picture frames of. Like, it's a bunch of portraits of more or less indistinguishable Blue Devils, all of them. Maybe it's the same one, if you're not sure. And as you're walking down the corridor, Ironstar, you're constantly, like, knocking these frames off the wall, because you're like, squeezing through.
Excuse me.
And you have...
Excuse me, pardon me.
Yeah. And you have to step over, like... Just, at one point, someone just placed, like a freaking dresser just like in the middle, blocking the entire corridor. You have to climb over it. There's also like there's some people there, like just sitting or standing that you have to squeeze past. Mostly humans, and they have that kind of vacant expression of someone waiting in line, but they don't really react to you walking past.
How long have they been looking?
Damn.
And finally you get inside, and the corridor widens into this circular room. It's not very... Like, even here, it's not very wide. Like, maybe 3 meters across. But it's tall. Like, it's probably 4 stories. And the wall has been just, like, covered around the entire thing with, like, scaffolding, basically. With, like, basically, like, shelves. Like, it's more shelves than floor. But it's, like, you can use... most of the height of the entire cylinder as like some kind of workspace, if you don't mind climbing a lot, at least. And the entire place is filled with like various fabrics and like tools just like hanging from every place of the room. And kind of like climbing down, like hands and feet, is Kataga. She's pretty like large and heavily built for a Blue Devil. I mean, still like smaller than Ironstar, but then most people are. She climbs down. She's dressed in a like very simple like trousers and dress shirt. I think maybe 1920s.
Okay.
And like hair in a severe bun. You know, as you can see the horns and long ears. Very, very clearly. She climbs down and she's got like a set of like 3 sewing needles like clamped in her teeth. She's a seamstress, so you gotta have that. And looks at the two of you, looks over at Hilda and says, "Oh, dear me, yeah, you're a mess."
I know, right?
Like, "Oh, no, this just won't do." And then, like, climbs down the hallway, like kind of, like, lopes up to you, and starts, like, just tugging at the pieces of the dress. It's just like, I mean, this must have been about ready to replace even when it was whole, and you've just torn right through it. This is terrible. And then she pauses.
Thanks.
And you like her eyes meet your. And just her face lights up, and this wide grin comes over it. And she says, "Oh, but of course, job like this, short notice.
Yeah.
Even
course.
for a friend." Looks over Diamond Star. "You know how it is."
Go on, ask Indigo for some money. Fucking
Where are
damn.
last way to go? Sell him away.
Exactly, eat it.
What?
For
No
favor.
more money for these jokers.
I'm sure they can negotiate something. Right. You're the friend, Ironstar.
Well, we're acquaintances. Friends is... Well, business associates. How do you think I got this cool cloak?
Yes. And fine work it is, though it's dirty. You're not taking care of it.
I mean, like,
I-
stutters a bit.
And I know how you angels think, and no, the pure flame of justice or whatever will not keep clothes clean.
What? I don't understand. It's the Iron Stars.
Well, it's not important. Anyway, Hilda, do you even have any means to purchase this service?
Cough.
Cough.
She lost all of her jewels down the toilet.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I'm
There
sure.
must be some way. A favor, perhaps, mayhaps.
Yes.
Must be something if you
You're
want.
telling me a gilded devil like you, and you don't have the means to pay?
Maybe if you'd had the
well.
foresight to steal a bunch of shit from that angel, you'd have some.
Well, I'm falling on tough times. Looks at Iron Star.
Well, surely we can work something out.
I suppose. What do you have in mind?
Well, what do you need?
Well, if there's just anything I can ask for. Wide smile again.
Mm-hmm.
This is the worst part with dealing with devils.
There's some things I would appreciate your help with.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, Iron Star, you're still walking around with that big angel stick up your bum about the law, right?
Yes. I mean, of course. And it's not a stick.
That's okay. A regulation stick. All very proper and like you got the paperwork for it or whatever. So, what are the regulations these days on concerned citizens reporting less than legal goods vis-a-vis reward and maybe getting those goods?
All right.
Just getting something? That sounds easy enough.
I see that we see eye to eye on this one. I like that about you, Iron Star. So sensible.
Well, it doesn't seem like it's breaking the law, so I don't see why not.
Excellent! Fantastic! Well, in that case, I mean, if it's that easy, no, I mean, if you're so helpful,
That is good. Why do I feel like this is a huge mistake?
there's this foul beast of a merchant, real jerk actually. No, anyway. Smuggling is his deal. Smuggles things to and fro. Very illegal, very improper. Someone should really look into those shipments that he's bringing in and maybe stop them. And, give them over to more concerned and lawful citizens. Like possibly people who might be able to sew a very fancy dress.
Yeah, like yourself.
For instance, just making suggestions here.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Well,
So you want the shipments redirected to you?
Yes.
Yes.
That would
Fair enough.
be excellent.
Very well. Where is it?
She says that. Well, I couldn't tell you where he is right now, but I can tell you where his shipment's going to be very soon.
Mm-hmm.
And she says that if you walk right out of my very excellent door, and she, for the first time, like she seems to have a more genuine expression on her face, where she kind of like Hilda, like she glares into your eye, daring you to say something. And you look to your right, you'll see the stairways leading up the wall. Well, go up that a ways, in 16 stories or so, and you'll find the nearest airship dock. In, let's see now, what day is it? Yes, should be in 2 days, 2 days hence. There will be a ship docking there, large one bringing in stuff from some backwater world or others.
Mm-hmm.
And on that, there are some goods marked by the merchant Kudefroy Ayama.
Hey!
Yep.
And like I said, he doesn't have the proper permits to trade in these sorts of goods at all. He's very, very naughty.
Agree.
Agree. Someone just a little gremlin on my shoulder.
A voice on the wind.
So, do we have a deal then?
Yeah, sure. You want to
Excellent,
bring
excellent, excellent, fantastic. So nice to see you. So much to do. Sorry, I won't keep you. And she like climbs up the scaffolding, like stops halfway, looks down. Well, what are you still doing here? Get moving.
Well, let's just get this shit so I can get my dress fixed.
Yes.
The sooner the better. Let's go. Come on.
Well, yeah. Lead the way.
Yeah. Well, I follow the directions.
Yeah.
And so yeah, you walk out, and you climb up some sets of very steep and packed with people stairs.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's several groups of people like carrying large crates of stuff and that sort of thing. So it's like not an easy climb, but there's many sets of stairs. And yeah, you make your way up like 16 stories, passing through the mists that ever present, and you find yourself at like this like high up in the air, these like platforms tied together like in just the most rickety manner. Like it's all just like feels like it could come falling down at a moment's notice. And there's just like this giant web basically of these things, and you can see various like airships docked to like various parts of it. There's no real order to like the way the pathways like go. Like if you want to get from one place to another, it seems to be this like weird game of like mazes. Where you just have to like kind of guess and hope, but maybe jump from like one bit to the next at times to spare you like a big detour. But yeah, so that's where you find yourself. There's a lot of people crowding about, and I think we'll leave you there for now, and we'll go back to Blair and Master Indigo. So where do we find the two of them?
I want to poke at that dead body.
Yeah,
That's what I was about to do.
so you're poking at a
Yeah,
dead
let's
body.
see. Look at the dead
Find them
body.
poking at that body.
Yeah. Want to see what it's about?
Well, it's some weird lizard guy. Let's just leave him. He's dead.
No, I mean, what was he doing here? You killed him.
Well, okay, I'll explain what happened. I was walking to try and find Madra. I came down this alleyway because I was following steps that I thought was hers.
Right.
And there was a knife, there was a sword in my throat.
Right.
It said, "Why are you following me? Blah, 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 blah." He tried to stab me. I headbutted him. He stabbed me. Now there's poison in my veins.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. Like, naturally.
Okay, so he might have the antidote to the poison on him.
Yeah, I mean, check.
Yeah, let's check. I'm gonna rifle through this fella's belongings. I'm gonna loot him good.
All right. Well, on his body you find not a lot, like some bits of coin, like a couple of nondescript keys. You find like a couple of more daggers, a vial of something that looks green and unpleasant.
Nice.
And like, you know, bits of string, pocket lint.
I'm
Well, that
definitely
green
taking.
stuff
Yeah,
is
definitely taking the
probably the
green stuff.
poison.
Yeah, that's definitely don't drink this.
Well, we're gonna have to try and find someone who can like help me.
Yeah, Hilda can probably do it.
No, not Hilda.
Hilda
Okay.
can do it. Wait, then you want Hilda to help? First you don't want my help, now you don't want Hilda's help.
Finally,
No, like I trust Hilda, but like she'll try and steal my blood again.
Yeah, it needs to be all poisoned. More fool her.
as you put the body down, out of like the folds of one of his sleeves, another vial, this one with like a clear liquid in it, and smaller than the first one, like rolls.
I try to grab it.
out. Yep, you grab it.
No, this might be the antidote. I'll drink it.
No, don't, because that might be poison. Might be different poison. It might be acid.
I hold it up to like cork open, hold it up to my mouth. We'll see.
Well, I mean, I'll probably. You might die from this.
Look, and I go, if I die, I mean, I don't know, you can like do something with my body, cremate it, use my bones, something like that.
Yeah, I
You
imagine.
could add new horns to yourself.
Well, I would. What?
I drink.
She's gonna drink it.
Tastes of nothing.
Does it taste salty?
No, nothing.
Nothing.
Just like
Did
water.
it feel better?
That's a bag of water.
Did it feel any better?
Nope, still hurts like hell.
Okay, so it was nothing, I throw it away. Well, that was useless.
Shatters.
And extremely reckless and dangerous. And
Yeah, but it didn't
making any
kill
more
me.
mistakes.
It didn't kill me though.
I mean, not yet. You don't know. It might be time release.
Oh well.
Oh well.
And now we've definitely got to find Hilda Toot Sweet before you drop down dead in 20 minutes of some vile poison. Or maybe
And I'll live.
that might have been the most deadly venom in all of Throne, but it doesn't work when ingested, so
Look, plenty of things have tried to kill me and plenty of things have failed.
You say
Oh,
that, there's a roar and a thud as something lands behind you and
I
grabs
turn
you.
around.
Turn around. There's a gorilla there?
Fuck.
I start stand back. I feel like two blades.
I think the real question is, does Master Indigo see the gorilla?
because he sees the gorilla.
Yeah, there's totally a gorilla there.
Actually, no. Can I pick up Master Indigo and like hit the gorilla with him?
Using it as a
He came
sword.
out of my halo. He belongs to me now.
Kept saying I'm not a sword anymore. It's only a sword momentarily.
I mean, you
Yeah,
can make a
well-
might roll to grapple him.
Grapple him into
And,
the
and while she
gorilla.
dresses me, I'm gonna go, "Hello, good sir."
No, I pull out two swords
Hmm.
and I'm gonna vault off of I'm just gonna run at this thing and when it goes to like punch me in the face, I'm gonna like duck under and
Mhm.
stab directly into its stomach and then another sword directly in his heart.
All right.
And I'm gonna say, "Hello, good sir."
Right, so time to stab a bitch. Well, there goes my life.
Okay.
Oh fuck.
So, there it is. Okay, so you stab it, and it doesn't seem to care. It like just grabs you in two arms, screaming wildly, and just like crushes
Oh, my bones. I need
yeah,
those.
yeah.
My bones,
So you
I
take-
need those.
Take 2, 4.
I mean, no
4
matter
damage?
what, like that takes away the 1 wound I had.
How much do you deal?
I deal 3 damage.
Okay. It like doesn't seem phased actually as you stab it. The sword's just kind of sticking out of it like it was a pincushion.
But yeah, I need to make my roll to see if I live.
Yeah, no, it would be 3 damage. Sorry, not.
Yeah, which because I've got no stamina and only 1 wound.
Yeah.
So that's. How is it you make the roll to live?
First it's shattered, which is breath.
Yeah. So we're not seeing like Indigo go in for an aid here or saving her or nothing, right? It's just
I said hello, good sir.
Right, so it's a broken
it's
roll.
a shattered roll. You roll plus breath.
Can't you just like deflect it, or is that only if it targets you?
Okay, so plus breath on a failure. You die.
No, it's only me. I
Or
don't have
make
the
Or made it the 5
Okay.
fate move. Yeah.
like. I don't have the move where I can go no.
So that's a clumsy
Actually.
roll.
Right, so 1 second, I need to check something.
Yeah.
When you lose your first wound in combat, you can ultimately deal your damage to a target without any roll required. That's my Vengeful Star ability. And since I lost my first wound,
No, you haven't lost your first wound all session because you had already lost your first.
You've
wound.
never had your first wound.
oh,
Mhm.
well, so I need to make a clumsy roll to see if I live.
Mhm.
Can I leap in and be like,
I
oi oi?
did.
Miss.
Actually, you know what?
You can't turn back time.
I can turn back time.
No, because you're not here.
I can do
You
whatever
have
I
no
want.
clue this is happening.
Okay. So,
No, that's me dead because I missed the 5 fate.
it's you did actually.
Oh.
But fortunately-
It's you did actually.
But fortunately,
I'm gonna. She is fucking embarrassed the shit out of me.
Technically-
You
You're
embarrassed the
alright.
shit out of me. You
Yeah,
just hello.
yeah,
good
but
sir,
I'm
and then-
still dead.
No, I can say that you're still alive, but really fucked up.
Yep.
Is
I
that
can
a
say
thing?
whatever I
Okay.
want, and the
Yeah.
GM has to accept the fate.
Yep.
So,
It's true.
These are really confusing abilities.
I mean, okay, so
What
The
ability
master.
is this?
it's
Uh,
whenever you would suffer from any action other than your own that would humiliate you, demean you, impinge on your personal reputation or that of your school, send a power die, tell the GM how it goes badly for the fool that dared to cross you. So you must accept whatever fate you establish.
yep.
The defy
can't-
death.
I mean,
no, you
He
could
would
have
allow him
gone
to
like,
defy death, but he would allow him to say this is how that didn't actually happen because it
Yeah.
fucked him up.
Hmm.
Yeah. Like she goes to run in and stab the boy
Yeah.
and just trips over her own feet. Tumbles headlong into a garbage bin.
Yeah, and it like
Like
goes
sticking
to
out
grab
at the
and
top.
just misses because
Yeah.
Blair like stumbled under.
And she's just head first in a bin, like
Yeah.
sticking out, waving.
The fool lives again.
And I'm just like, it's every time. She never stops. And if she just listened for 1 second, all right.
The beast lumbers over to the dead guy, crouches over the corpse, goes.
Yeah, I'm gonna pat him on the shoulder. He's dead.
I crawl out of the bin. Yeah, I say, hey, why didn't you let me at him? I would have killed him.
Please, he's grieving. Show some respect
It's
to
a
Blair.
gorilla.
Yeah,
It's not a person.
Cradles the dead guy
yeah.
like
I'm
a
like,
child.
he's very sad.
Boo-hoo to him.
I dab my fingers in the flask of magic tears and put some on my cheek so it looks like I'm crying too. Yes, it's
Indigo,
very
you
sad,
feel-
gorilla friend.
You actually suddenly feel like horribly sad.
Yeah, like,
This
oh,
is
no.
the worst, like, just freaking.
Yeah,
Like you were
I
hit.
fall to my knees and I go, "Why?
Yeah, like
Why
someone,
are you taken so young?"
someone stuffed a pillowcase full of like depression and punched you in the face with it.
Yeah, I'm like, no. He was so young. He had so much to live for.
He tried to stab me. What's up with you?
And I'm on all fours and I'm punching the ground like, no! Why? Why?
There, since you're the one with any like awareness of what's going on right now, looking up, you hear other like whales go up, and you see like what looks like an entire pride of gorillas just like crouched in like the buildings, like in the like exit, like the emergency exit like stairwells and stuff. And they're just sitting up there, like shaking the metal and like.
Okay, I'm gonna spend.
You're gonna what?
Am I still able to? But fortunately, this guy isn't actually dead. He's just really unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll spend my power die.
So suddenly the man he draws a ragged breath, and he looks
Blair
up,
roll. Blair rolls her eyes.
and the gorilla meets his eyes, and like reaches a gentle hand down and touches his cheek, and then just
Wow, you just brought a witness to your crime back to life.
Yeah, but Blair felt bad.
Some bad shit was happening.
and the gorilla grabs the man in both hands, like holds him up above its shoulders, and like goes "Roar!" and all of the gorillas up in the buildings all like shake the shake like the escape stairs like even more violently, and they shout and holler, and it's just like cacophony of noise.
Takiko, fuck, what did I say? Takiko. Blair rolls her eyes.
What you gonna do with poor Master Indigo?
Oh, Master Indigo, let's get out of here. Stop crying.
It's all so sad.
I stand up like, but he was dead.
No, he was alive. What are you talking about? Blair secretly knows her own power, but she never says anything.
Just stumble forward. I'm like, we definitely gotta find Madra. Sniffle, sniffle.
As the two of you stumble down the alleyway off into the sunset that you can like suddenly peeks out from between the buildings into the darkness of the warrens that you're in. We briefly cut back to Hilda and Ironstar, and the two of you're like standing and you're waiting for like an airship to arrive. So you're doing that thing where you stand at like the train stop or whatever, and you're just kind of like trying to pass the time. And you look over, and on the like opposite like platform to yours, maybe with like there's like 8 meters or so between them, with like a deadly drop in between. You see Madra standing on the other side. So
Huh?
kind of like she's just waiting, and she sees the two of you, and she waves, and she's like, "Oh, oh!"
Oh, Madra, come down, will you?
Yeah, and so you all spend like a good 15 minutes trying to find like which path you need to take to actually get to the other side of this one. But finally, yeah, you managed to reach each other.
A long time no see, Madra.
It says, you're telling me?
Yes, you have reunited with the sensible part of the party.
And so the camera draws back, and then we just see like standing on another platform above the one you're standing, looking down dramatically, is the hunter pursuing Madra. And that's the end of the session for today.
Piss.
No, we rest first, right now.
No, you do not. But you get
Blair,
to
the
make the end.
complete idiot, managed to sail away from death again.
So,
You're
She's
lucky
always
you
so
embarrassed
close,
me.
but
the-
so far.
to the end of session, did you fail in some regard?
Yes,
Absolutely, yes.
completely.
All right. Did you expose yourselves to danger, cost, or retribution
Multiple
through your
times.
actions?
Yes.
Multiple times.
Did you progress your story in a meaningful way?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, we met more Potters Guild.
Well, we stumbled like onto some points. I
Yeah,
can't
you
say
ran
we
into
really.
Madra.
Yeah.
I'll say yes on that one. And did Blair advance her destiny?
I would say yes. I trained very hard.
You fucking died to a gorilla.
No, I didn't die. I sailed into a trash
You fucking
can.
you sailed. You went to fight a gorilla and instead sailed into a bin because you're garbage.
No, how dare you?
To have like
No.
a fate, an utmost goal, like this is turning out extremely hard to fulfill.
Look,
That's a no vote.
I've,
by the
I've,
sounds
I've
of
been
it.
trying to get Blair as close to Death's door as possible to see how yous try to circumvent her death. And so far, it's been working really well.
Absolutely not.
You know, I can prevent it 3 times.
Do you think 3 times is enough to stop me?
Well,
I mean, she can also lock you in a house.
yeah.
See, that's implying you would leave Blair alone in a house.
Well, it's a house that Hilda can reform at will, and it's in the floating in the middle of nowhere, and you can't.
Wait,
Okay,
so
but
Abby, you
before we
walked
have
on
this discussion
everything?
of whether or not you can put Blair in magic jail, did she advance her destiny?
Yes.
I
would say I advanced my
think no,
destiny.
because you just trained up on a roof and it was so shitty.
Yeah,
that the
that's
lady you were
advancing my
protecting-
destiny. Like school of Blair's fighting art number 4. Train.
The thing is, like you need your destiny is I become the greatest swordswoman, and the greatest sword. You have done no sword fighting.
Yeah, you headbutted a man to death.
You
Yeah.
Failed.
hit
Even
one in
when
a
you-
man
Every
and
time I
then
try
fell
to
in a
sword
bin.
fight someone, I'm told not to because that's bad and illegal.
It's like-
No, one of our
Sometime-
problems only happened because I told you to sword
I
fight
think
someone.
that's a no then. So, in any case, that means everyone gets 3 experience points,
Nice, nice, nice.
and that's it for today. Thank you all for playing. Thank
Yay.
you all for watching, and everyone say goodbye to the YouTubes
Bye,
Bye,
YouTube.
Bye bye, YouTube.
and Twitch also, for that matter. They're
I
what's actually
just-
watching right now. But yeah, and we'll be back next week probably.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Yeah.